Compton crazy mother named Ice Cube. From the gang called Fellers with Attitudes. When I'm called off, I got a soda. Squeeze the trigger and bodies are hauled off. You too, boy, if you're with me. The police are gonna have to come and get me off your ass. That's how I'm going out. For the punk mother, it's going out.
Hey, welcome to After Hours 3, and we're doing a top 5 special. Not bad at all tonight, boys. And who we've got with us? I've got the lovely PGM, the lovely Dean, our Matt, Phil, good old usual Mike, and the two barbarians, Wade and Lee. So welcome, everybody. How are you?
Excellent.
Good, yeah, great.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah.
Afternoon.
After, yeah. So what time is it? So right. So is PGM and Wade and Lee on the same time as you? And Phil, what time is it in Japan now?
It's 11 in the morning, so also not quite beer o'clock, but getting closer to it. 11 in the morning.
So 9 for me, 11 for you. What time is it in New Zealand now, Pete?
3 o'clock in the afternoon.
3 for you, and is that for the same as Wade and Lee? Because how many time zones are in New Zealand? One.
Just one. No, two technically. Chatham Islands is a separate time zone.
Right. Okay. So you're at 3 o'clock too. And Mike, what time are you? 1 o'clock.
1.
1 o'clock.
I think Matt and Dean 1.
1
o'clock. 1
because
p.m.
we have. Let's be honest. This ain't the first time us lot have tried to do something like. I mean, we've tried for months. Should we do this? Oh no, shall we got this to do that? Different time zones. I think there's about 14 hours between all of us. No, it's a long time, isn't it? But anyway, welcome to Top 5, boys, and thank you all for doing this. Let me ask you a first question. How easy was it for you to come up with your top 5s?
Hard. Very hard.
Tricky.
Yeah.
Tricky.
So what did you base it on? Because a lot of lads have based it on either sentimentality, expense, what they've found. So I'll start with you PGM. How easy was this?
Memories, I think, from the 80s to my acting career, my extra acting career, I suppose. Yeah. The good memories, the collectibles as well as comes into that as well. Not too many, but it's just watching my favorite TV program, from a young kid, that kind of memories, good memories.
Yeah. Moses here. What about you, Dean? Because look at all that stuff. Look at this. Let's have a look at this. Did it take you 6 days to pull out 5, Dean? Is that what it was?
So mine's based on sentimental, but also like some cool, like rarer items that I picked up over my years, but even nostalgic items that connect me from my sort of childhood. Yeah. So, but it was difficult all week. I was picking something, putting something back, and just
Because don't you look at gifts and you go, oh, well, yeah, but should I just pick the top 5 I've done, or should I? Yeah, it's hard, man. It's a hard thing to do. And you're probably the same way, aren't you, Matt? The factory you've got with all those toys.
Incredible. And nothing small. I don't know why I'm based on nostalgia and sentiment, and nothing is small. So I don't know. I'll be struggling back here going, hey, look at that.
Yeah. What about you, Phil?
I'm mainly a vintage collector as well. So a lot of it is nostalgia. But funnily enough, my top 5, I don't think any of them were actually toys I had as a kid. So I've basically picked something one thing out of every of my favorite toy lines that I collect at the moment. So it's about 6 or 7. That's what that one's for the kids. Toy lines. Toy lines that I collect. So I've got something from every line basically.
I've got a minute. Has that 6, 7 made it all the way over there? It drives me mental.
The Japanese love
it. What about you, Mike?
I'm looking at my pictures down the bottom of my screen. I have only 2 vintage out of the 5, and the honourable mentions are modern as well. So
no, that's not bad at all. Yeah. 2 barbarians. What about you? Is it modern? Is it vintage? How did you pick up your top 5?
Yeah, it was very hard, and my top 5 is pretty much all vintage, and it was just half nostalgic and half just probably things that I'm quite proud to own and would be hard to replace.
Right.
Yeah, I've gone down a different route. So I've got a huge vintage toy collection plus a modern toy collection, but I've actually my top 5 are all items of original comic book artwork. Just so I look different.
You're not the first that's been on a top 5 that's shown all that sort of stuff. Damon's got loads of like original artwork and all that sort of stuff from the comics that he showed as well. So that's pretty cool too. I've heard most of you say about vintage and modern. I've never classed myself as that, but do you try and stick with it then? Because you've seen some modern stuff now and you're like, what the France, man, that looks super cool. Like those Book Rogers, Matt. Those Book Rogers we saw, what is it, the Conquest here? I mean, the Battlestar Galactica, sorry. How cool did that look? You know, the new 3/4 inch figures and all that stuff. So does that not tempt you to say, well, maybe I will buy modern a bit, or no, you're still sticking with the vintage?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, everyone's talking.
Anyway.
How come you're so nervous? It's shabby. See, shabby.
I like listening to your voice, so I'll just keep listening.
Oh, that's double funny. That's yeah.
No, you're right. You're 100% right, Shabby. Like, I love old IPs, and they just didn't, for a lot of the IPs, they didn't make toys for back in the 80s, 90s, 70s. And now you see them and you just go, like Battlestar Galactica, as you said, you kind of go, I think I've got to get it. Like, why? That's, you know what I mean? They're so beautiful. It's the sculpts and everything's just so amazing these days. So
I have been picking up. I tell you what, though, at the start of this year, I've been picking up more vintage than I have modern. To tell you the truth, I've got a pristine Kenneth Firehouse that I got hold of for a really good price and that kind of thing. And so I like best of both worlds, really. But I suppose it's hard but on the flip side of that coin, boys, a lot of lads in our community have turned around and started buying vintage instead of modern as well. They've gone the other way instead of, you know what I mean? So it's, you know, what about you, Mike? Are you still getting all your Black Series and stuff like that? Are you still getting all your modern stuff?
Oh, no, I've slowed down on Black Series. I've got a little bit of vintage recently, but I'm really keen on getting those mask figures that are coming out, the new ones.
I don't know. I watched Luke's video, Reynolds Reviews video on it, and I was like, I don't know. Luke's ruined it for everyone.
Slippery slope. You start getting in. They got 4 out, and next minute they get 10 out, and 3 years time, 25 out.
I just couldn't understand the prices over here. Ridiculous in America. Just absolutely ridiculous. $175 for that rhino. I was like, no.
$200 Aussie dollars for the rhino.
200 for you. You see what I mean? England, they're giving away for about $5, I think. A lot of people are going, good old Muzz's here. I am Muzz. Toys, is that Toys Motion? Hello.
That's Andrew.
Is it?
Jumping in.
What's on his back? Hey, Blake. Nice to see you. Hey, Jewel. Nice to see you. My top 5 would likely change before the end of the stream, possibly more than once. Would that happen, though? We said it before we came on the chat. So if we did this in 3 weeks, is your top 5 different? It is, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Brilliant. Hey, FunCon for everyone. Aces to Shabby in a local. I know it's weird, isn't it? It's strange for me though, because it's like I say, it's only 9 o'clock. It's not as if it's the middle of the night, but I'm so used to doing it through the day because of the English and the Irish. You know, it's funny because I'm doing it at the same time. Everybody else is doing CSR, but it's just strange doing it this time. So, hey, TJC, nice to see you. Good old Keith. Wow. Phantom Menace is now vintage. Would you class Phantom Menace, boys, as vintage? So where would you go up to then? What years are we going up to then for vintage?
88 Turtles.
88, yeah. Some of the 80s, yeah.
I'd say 90s is still vintage for me.
90s.
Up to the end of the 90s,
yeah.
Well, Phantom Menace came out in the 90s, so I guess.
Yeah, it did. 99. Yeah, it did. What about you, Wade and Lee? What would you? So in other words, if you're buying your vintage, where are you stopping?
I think Rimco disappeared in 1997, so I'd classify up to 1990.
That just goes to show how old we all are, doesn't it? Really? Do you know what I mean? Anything in 2000s, like I'm not buying that. It's too modern for me. I'm getting 2 of those Vipers for sure. What 2 of those Vipers? Vipers, is that your
You're going to put them in the bathroom? Where are they going?
TGC says, I have to ask, Phil, does Christmas last longer in Japan?
Well, I've decided to keep it up, and I've put my top 5 under the Christmas tree. So it's Christmas all over again. The Christmas tree is looking very good right about now.
It looks too good to be honest. Yeah, Mr. B says 2 streams in one day. Shabby, I know. I'm just our side's idea to do these after hours, and it was the last one I actually did with Side, the last stream we did, and I thought, you know what, it's a nice thing this, because he wanted me to do it for me for my time, because all my kids are in bed now, their wives sing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, because at 3 o'clock when I'm doing tennis, our dogs are barking, everyone's in and out, and it's a nightmare for me. So I decided to carry it on, and I did the Americans last week, and I just thought, you know, this is a great opportunity to speak to, because I've always been fond of you lads, always. I mean, me and Mike, how long do we go back? And PGM and Phil and Matt and Dean, and now we've met obviously the 2 barbarians, and for me to have an opportunity to speak to your side of the world, it's awesome. So thank you all for coming on. I'm going to love this. I really am. So Skeet Cleats, hello, you legends. That's the guy you did, Dean. That's the guy you just did the stream with, wasn't it? How did yours go then? How did your top 5 thing go with him? What was it about?
It was good. So Scree and I do a monthly like show, a live stream. So it's called the Dean and Scree Show. We just like you say, normally we just keep it really mellow, just let it flow, whatever. We just pick a topic and go with it.
That's the way I'm looking at it. I've never taken this seriously. Can you imagine Shabby taking this seriously? It won't last 2 minutes. You know, I'd be absolutely I'd be all over the place. Kieran Bull says, of all the modern mass vehicles, the Rhino is the worst. Okay, Kieran, there's so many problems. But yeah, they fit the gas tank sometimes. Did you know that, Mike? They fit the gas tank, and you can't pick them up.
Seen one in person. And I've tried to avoid the reviews in case when I get one, I want it to be fresh in my mind what I'm going to think about it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, anyway, we're going to start with your top 5s. But first of all, before we start that, we're going to get to your honourable mention. Very nice, very nice. Let me put PGM right there. Right, PGM, what's your honourable mention, my friend?
Shit.
Well done, PGM.
Did you bring anything, Pete?
I didn't have any honourable mention. Actually,
like I said, Dean, it's a good job we don't take it seriously at Shabby's. He's only had 3 weeks, Dean. He's only had like 3 weeks. It's funny how the 2 barbarians came in today and they know what they're doing, but Pete having 3 weeks.
I know what I'm doing on the top 5. But I forgot my.
I'll tell you what to do. Got you big. Your honourable mention is your post right behind you. Explain that post behind you.
Yeah, Pete, explain it.
What? The
post behind you.
Yeah, it's the wrong movie that I was in. I was in the 3rd one, and that's my honourable mention. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thanks for that.
Can I just add that Pete actually, that was a gift for Pete. By the way, Pete, you remember that?
There you go. Pete, ever the professional. It's a tourism poster. That's what you should have said.
Story of my life, really, is that right?
Hey, Dean, what's your honourable mention, buddy?
I can't beat that. So I spent 2025 actually going pretty hard with Star Wars, the vintage collection and all the old like Power of the Force that I grew up with, like setting that up and that. So one of the items that I got gifted by my dad was the Gamorrean Guard.
Awesome.
VC 21, really hard figure to come by, costly. So I pretty much opened all of mine for diorama pieces, but this bad boy, and he was just re-released, but he didn't get re-released on this side of the planet. So
that's so shame. I've had conversations with Mike about that for years, about some of the stuff you get and you don't get. I know, Matt, you had trouble as well, didn't you, with the Motu at the start? It wasn't showing up and all that, was it? Yeah.
Correct. Like we were so excited and it just didn't show up. So
no.
I just want to just to add to the Star Wars, over the last few years, I've been getting like meet and greets with celebrities and actually getting them to just hold their figures. So met John Boyega the other week, like end of last year.
Yeah.
So like, and Tung Wei, played by Renee Owens from New Zealand.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Rena Owens.
And C-3PO. So this is actually my 90s, my original Power of the Force red card C-3PO. So the VAC metal C-3PO. So got Anthony Daniels just to sort of hold him and play with him a little bit, and just when I added into the displays, has a little bit more history to it.
I hope you're still talking about the figure there, Dean. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You want to play with my figure?
I know you can pay a bit more at these
Play with
cons. Well, it
yourself.
depends what you're paying for. Is Star Wars a big thing to you, Dean? Do you like Star? Is it like?
Yeah.
Would you say for the majority of us that that's where it started from? All the toys and so forth we've got.
Yeah, I definitely say in my household. My dad was a collector, so my older brother, he collected the Kenner Star Wars. My younger brother, he was into the Power Rangers of the 90s and that. I was into the 90s. Like I'm into Turtles massively, and yeah, Star Wars, Power of the Force. That was my Star Wars. They were the ones that I got for Christmas and birthdays, and I got to rip them off cards and enjoy that. So while I love the Kenner line, it wasn't the ones that I was opening back in the day. Yeah,
I agree with that. Shit, I do one of them a day. Hard to pick my favourite. Cheers, Muslim. Jesus, I can imagine PGM on a film set. Pete, do you have a script? No. Should I? Oh, Pete. Hi, Rob. Nice to see you.
Hey,
Texas Bob's here. Good old Rob. You can't beat a Gamorrean guard, says Mother. Goes to show what Hasbro are capable. And that was a great figure. The Black Series was just as good too. So, yeah, I was really happy with that. Are we sure Peter isn't just gate crashing these movie productions and isn't really an actor at all?
We get paid more if I was gate crashing the bloody thing, yeah.
Mudon says, actually, our poster would be in my top 5 items. My sister got me an original Return of the King teaser poster for Christmas. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Right, let me just put him there. Right, Mike. What's your honourable mention, buddy?
Yeah. I'm going to open this picture up because I'm going to send it to you.
Right, well, I'll make you small again, then send me a picture and make it big.
Slide, video, image file, share screen.
That's professionalism. Professionalism's coming out again.
That one. Honorable mention. There it is. Hooray. Can you see that?
Got it right here. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
The Hiss tank. I never had a normal size Hiss tank, the original one, but that in my collection, that's a masterpiece of a toy. It's just unbelievably cool. I love everything about it. I like the fact that it's got lights on it as well, and you can open the back up and shove stuff in there and strap someone into the cockpit because that opens up the front with the glass. That actually opens in 3 pieces. It's gold wing doors and then it flips up. It's very unique.
It's a beautiful piece. That. Were you tempted to get in the new snow one that they've just done?
Yes, I was very, very tempted, and after long conversations with the wife,
I know those feelings. Yeah. It ends in off. Is that right, Mike?
No chance.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Did any of you get into this? Because I got into the classifieds, but I sold them all. I just kept the retro card in 6-inch ones. I kept all of them because I'm buying them. And I haven't a clue what they are. I'm going, oh yeah,
watch your cartoon as a kid.
I'm so stupid. I'm going, oh yeah, I've got number 56. Who is it? Do you know what I mean? I'm just stupid. So I watched Scuba maybe watched the card and made me. Like he forced me, but I watched the 80s cartoon of G.I. because I didn't grow up with G.I. Joe at all. And I loved it. I thought, how have I missed out on this as a kid? I loved it. So I just kept the retro cards. But do you still collect the classifieds for this line, Mike?
Yeah, every now and again. There's one that's coming up. Its name is Brent Scott, and that's my 2 brothers' names. I'll have to get that figure. I love the fact that it's got both their names in it. It's like I've got to get that figure.
Yeah, that's a beautiful piece, Mike. Yeah, good choice, Mike. Good choice. Let's put our Phil there, right? Phil, what's your honourable mention, buddy?
All right. So when I was a kid, I was a big wrestling fan. And if you're not familiar with my channel, so I'm a New Zealander, but I live in Japan. And occasionally I get a bit homesick for New Zealand. So my honorable mention is these 2 lads here, the Bushwhackers, which are a couple of New Zealand beauts. So I'm pretty happy to have them on card. I'm a big WWF Hasbro collector. The WWF Hasbro's been actually figures that I collected as a kid because I grew up with the LJNs, which are the bigger rubber ones.
Right.
But actually, the Hasbro's have been one of the most fun toy lines that I've collected over the last 5 years. And I I know Matt collects them, and I've made a good friendship with Scott Crusher as well. So
he's a lovely lad, isn't he?
Yeah. So I've had great fun collecting the Hasbros, and this would be probably the piece in my collection that I like the most with regards to the Hasbro collection. So.
Which ones were more important to you, the Hasbro ones like this or the LJM? Because we had them both when we did the Tub Thumpers. How it started was Si found a massive bag full of them, of the LJM ones and the Hasbro ones. And I don't really remember the LJM ones as a kid, but I do remember these ones. I loved those.
Yeah, ones. I think I've definitely got more nostalgia for the LJNs, but in terms of collectability, like the LJNs come in all sorts of rubbish, like the paint. You get a lot of paint wear and a lot of dog teeth marked, they're used as dog, chew bones basically. So you get them in all sorts of rough conditions, but the Hasbros usually come out, are still in pretty good nick, and just due to the size of them, you can put a lot of them on your shelf and stuff. So
was this a big deal for you lads too when you were kids?
Yeah. I remember the LJM ones as well. That some of them get real rough condition, like unrecognizably rough. You're like, who is that wrestler? You can't even recognize him because it's been so worn and torn. Yeah.
So your neck of the woods then, or part of the world, wrestling was just as big as it was everywhere else. Especially this time, like the 90s, it was massive, wasn't it? WWF and so forth.
I think because they came out to Australia in '88 and then '89, they did a few early tours. So Australians were watching it on TV, they were watching it live, and the toys were available.
Yeah, got you. Yeah, that makes sense. We did it with Sky, the new satellite thing started, and that was one of the first things they put on it. So we all started watching it from there. Because I remember before that it was Royal Rumbles on VHS, that kind of thing. Your dad would go get Royal Rumble, and you sit there and watch it. Are you still collecting these now, Phil? Then
I've got a good. I've probably still got 20 or so to get. There are a lot of more difficult ones to get later on. Obviously, as the line went on, they produced fewer and fewer. So I think the final line are green card backed figures, and they're really expensive. But they do. Wrestling is quite popular in Japan, so they do pop up over here quite a bit. But it's a good collection. I've got a very healthy collection. So I'm happy with what I've got. I've got all of the main figures all the main characters that I followed as a kid. So anything else is just a bit of a bonus. But
they kind of like He-Man for me. They kind of they get cooler as they get older. Those every year that goes past, those wrestling figures look cooler, I think.
They're very. They've got a very sort of cartoony, animated look to them as well.
It's a distinct. Exactly what it is. If there was one loose in a box, you know exactly that it's a wrestling figure. Shabby was too busy watching Gem and Pee Wee to watch G.I. Joe. Thank you very much for that, Q. I would have been Action Force for you, Shabby. Yeah, I loved Action Force, but I just don't remember it ever changed. We've had this conversation thousands of times. Just don't remember it turning into G.I. Joe at all. I just have no recollection of it, and it's a shame really, because I'll go to Scuba's or I'll go to Joe Fest and I'll see these ships in these play sets, and I'm like, oh man, I missed out big time when I was a kid. I would have loved all that stuff. But anyway, right, Matt, what's your honorable mention, buddy?
Well, first I'm just going to say I remember the very first WrestleMania, and I was 13, so that's year 8 over here, and like everyone watched it. And then, so we went to school, a couple of days later, and we decided to create a wrestling ring in the playground. And I don't know what I went to do. I tried to give someone some kind of pick 'em up and like pretend to do a backdrop on them, and just pulled out all my neck muscles and I just ended up walking around like this at school.
Nightmare. Turning around like that. Hello.
Anyway, so here's my honourable mention. It was a bit tough. I really actually wanted to go for the Hasbro wrestling ring, but I used to love this from my childhood, and this is the Herculoid. So I don't know if too many people are familiar with
Never heard of it.
Really? Okay.
No, never.
Don't get me to tell you about it, because it's just a cartoon. They maybe only did like 20 odd episodes, and so this is just one set of it. So you can see the HER there. So there was actually 3 sets of them. So this is the father. His name's Zoc, and there was these creatures in there. They all had I think this one, he had beams from his eyes, but then you could see on the back here. So you got one the other two sets are like, you know, this set here with the mum, and then you get the other set with the rhino and Dorno. So yeah, there was 3 sets, and Herculoids, yeah, it didn't last long, but as a child, I absolutely loved this. So when I found this, this is from Toonami, about 2001. So this is, I guess, this is classified as a modern toy. I'm just going to start off with something modern, but maybe
that's really cool. So what was it, like a Clash of the Titans chasing the Argonauts thing? Was it?
Well, they're on a planet. These guys, there was just a family on a planet, and they used to get invaded, or they used to have issues on the planet.
Yeah,
you know, bad guys, and they used to fight them off. So a little bit Thundar-ish as well, I guess. Like, yeah, it's not set on Earth though, where Thundar was. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's just a bit of a fantasy thing, and I love monsters.
Cool. Yeah.
So,
What year was the cartoon?
17?
You got me there. I think it's 1980. I think it was shown in 1980. It might have been actually pre that, like in the 60s, like late 60s even.
Okay.
Hey, Nate.
Hey, Nate. Hope you're doing okay, mate.
Initially 60s, and I think it was then shown again in the 80s, like 1980 or something. So.
And how long did it run for? Just one season, Matt. That's it.
Just once, yeah, pretty much just one season.
And you knew those figures for that. Wow.
Yeah.
And who made the toys, Matt? Who made them?
Toonami.
Where we know that name? That's the game console thing, in it. Toonami. What is that?
No, that's Konami. That's K. Konami. So close.
Once again, Shabby showing his professionalism. Oh yeah, I know that Konami. Yeah, I know that.
They also made some speed racer stuff as well. So.
Yeah, Nate says he's never heard of it, but that looks cool. It does look cool, yeah. Although Mr. B remembers him. So Mr. B says, I remember that show. So it's a good start so far. Toonami with a Newcastle fans. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Right, so before we get to your lovely gentlemen's honourable mentions, tell us a bit about yourself, boys. So you've started a YouTube channel, is that right? So tell us about it.
You go, Wade.
Oh, yeah, well, we've got a lot of toys, and we met about Lee and I met properly. We've known of each other. We've bought and sold of each other for maybe 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
But, we became good friends on road trips to pick up bulk lots of toys. So then,
whose fault was it then that spent all the money? Whose wives blames each other? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, Lee obviously, he's got his family, and then so I was spending out larger than him. So,
yeah.
living through me, but I'm since married now. But my wife actually encouraged us to make the YouTube channel. Just we've got lots of toys, and it's probably a cheaper way to do things now that I do have a wife.
So what did you do, Wade? Buy as much as you can before you put that ring on the finger. Crates of the stuff turning up at your house.
We sort of met during one of the COVID lockdowns over here, and at the time I was getting this outdoor room built because I've got an indoor toy room and I've got an outdoor toy room, and I was sort of sending her photos of my outdoor toy room as it was being built, and now they've shifted in. So it's still built, but I haven't got it sorted out at all yet. I've got a USS flag I've got to put in there. I've got to make a custom display case for one thing. But so we've started a YouTube channel. It's sort of a magazine variety style show where we just sit in front of the cameras, talk about toys.
Awesome.
We sort of have. I also run a sort of a toy market in Christchurch once a year, so we've sort of taken some footage of that, and now we're sort of selling at one of the bigger sort of pulp expo type things here. So we'll do some footage of that. But yeah, we just love toys. We just love talking about them, and playing with them. Right?
YouTube's just a good way to showcase them, really, and it's fun hobby. Yeah,
and none of our stuff is scripted. So right at the start of each episode, there'll be a blooper. There's about 5 or 6 bloopers to choose from for each one. So
yeah, and are you enjoying it then? Are you glad you started it? You enjoy making them, and
yeah. I actually find editing them quite relaxing. I don't know why, but it can be quite relaxing, and just while people are using AI voices and all that sort of stuff, I just prefer to be hands-on and do it because it just seems more rewarding.
Awesome. And where did the name The Two Barbarians come from, gents?
That was me. That was mainly because we met through Master of the Universe, and
my kind of people, awesome.
I also love Conan the Barbarian. Lee likes Galaxy Warriors and Galaxy Fighters, and what's the other one? Galaxy Heroes. I don't know. Whatever the knockoffs are, you name it, he likes it.
Right.
So, and we just call ourselves two barbarians, a little bit catchy. That was quite fun. So, but then at the same time, we both have, largish WWF collections. So we've both got LJN figures and Hasbro figures. So if anyone sees any nice bulk lots that they want, just don't forget to include us in. There might be something in there that we want as well, or we might have stuff that people want. So that's the way that we worked out with Lee and I. Now we buy bulk lots together and involve a couple of other friends, and we just take the bits that we don't want and then sell the rest. They'll take bits that we want and sell the rest of them off. So it works quite well, really, actually. Even Matt's been getting on the action now.
Oh, that's a shocker. Brilliant. Matt's Australian's version of VTR in England, isn't he? As soon as somebody shows something, VTR's behind the scenes message. If you want to sell that, do you know what I mean? I'll give you a clue about that. So Gary Moore and Andrew, they did this $30,000 Star Wars haul last year, right? So the guys in Dallas, and they go all the way to Dallas, and they pick up this $30,000. They both went arms on it, bought all this stuff, right? They're showing it on a quick video what they've got, right? It's not a public video; it's a private one, and they start pulling out all this mint on card Indiana Jones stuffs, right? Well, a week or so later, we're talking to him, and they were selling stuff off bits and pieces, and I said, "Well, what about the Indiana Jones stuff?" And they went, "No, that went day one." We all knew exactly he took every bit of it. Do you know what I mean? Sneaky VTR, like. So you got to get in there. He was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. All right, well, Wade, what's your honourable mention, my friend?
Right. So while I was talking about original comic book artwork, my first one is a cuddly toy. My childhood.
Nice.
Nice.
So he's actually in beautiful condition. I didn't really play with him when I was young. My mum, to tell you the truth, my mum bought it for me when she went for a trip to Auckland. I live in Christchurch. She bought it. She came home with this, and I thought, "What the hell is this thing?" I collect Masters of the Universe and everything else.
I bet you're glad you got it now.
20 years. I pulled it out. I thought, "This is cool." I was like, "What are these handcuffs?" I don't even know what it even was. I learned about it was my pet monster, and now I know his name's Rock. But I was just one of those ones where, a relative gets you something. Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, it's really great, Mum, and just straight in the wardrobe. It's a sought after now. Froggy Flips has made it popular too, isn't he? So
it's funny. I watched up Froggy and obviously Louis Toy Overdose, and the way they're going on about My Pet Monster and Mad Balls. When did Mad Balls become a thing? Do you know what I mean? And the money they're spending on Mad Balls is crazy, because I had them, but it's not something I got further on in life. I thought, oh, I'd love to collect Mad Balls. It's funny, isn't it? But things, move on and so forth.
Anyway, so I'll let Lee bring his out. I picked up a card of Mad Balls about 5 years ago. Oh, here he goes. He's pulling. Speaking of Barbarian, here he comes.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Whoa.
Oh, nice.
Oh, now that's nice. I'll make you even bigger for that. Let's have a look. There we go. I'll just have a quick look. That's awesome. Galaxy Warriors.
Swords and Sorcerers, too. Yeah. It's a subline, right?
So this is so quick thing about this is growing up in New Zealand in the 80s, it always felt like we got everything 3 or 4 years after the rest of the world. We're just trailing behind, getting the leftovers. Yeah. And in the small town where I grew up, I saw these before I ever saw Master of the Universe. So for me, these, I'm used to playing with Star Wars figures, 3.75. And then when I saw these huge, absolutely, jacked, barbarian-looking guys, and so I just fell in love with them then and there. And and so I think I got 3 for Christmas one year, along with a bunch of Star Wars toys and things like that. And so as an adult, once I started getting back into Master Universe, I knew that I wanted to get some of these again. And so this was an eBay purchase from about 15, 20 years ago. Got it really cheap. Probably worth a fortune now, but it's all
they are. Yeah.
Bubbles cracked, it's not the greatest condition.
Well, it was one of those toys. It's like if your mum didn't want to buy you the more expensive Moti, she'd buy that. Do you know what I mean? And it's funny that, and they just throw him in, you can have that. It's only a couple of quid or a couple of dollars. So, yeah.
Like said, if your grandma or your auntie gave you this for your birthday, you'd be like, "Oh, great, thanks."
It's not Man at Arms. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
When Aunt got me a bow from She-Ra when I was for Christmas. I was like, oh no, I can't.
At least.
No, that's right.
Well, that's a great great honourable mention. Well, great boys. I'm glad you've turned up today, and I'm glad you've decided to join us and so on. And good luck with your channel. So, like I say, Two Barbarians on YouTube. The link will be in the description tomorrow. And give him a sub. Let's catch up with the chat. Here we go. Question for you, Kieran. I remember watching a cartoon when I was really young. All I can remember is there was a big spaceship base in the mountains of the desert. Can't remember the name. Was that Jason the Wild Warriors that was in the mountains in the desert? No. And then Kieran says the Herculoids was one of those rare Hanna-Barbera cartoons that never really came over to the UK. The cartoon was originally from 67 to 69, but they made 11 new episodes in 81. Right, okay. Right. Yeah.
Is that 67 and 69?
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, because I'd never heard of it. So similar in style to Hanna-Barbera, but it was a Filmation cartoon, TJC. Right, okay. Right, all right, well, brilliant. Right, well, there's your honourable mentions. Let's get to your number 5s. Right, so this time I've got the two barbarians there. One of them's missing, so I'll just go with you, Lee.
One barbarian.
Start with my number 5.
Yep.
And it's following on from what I just showed, but probably good that I gone next. So this it is.
Oh goodness.
I wish I'd invited him on now, Matt, to be honest, showing all the cool stuff.
Jimmy's getting an erection.
I know, look at that. That's awesome. Wow.
That's cool.
So this guy from the Galaxy Warriors, and when Wade said there was a subline like the carded figure I just showed, there's actually two figures, Devil and Ra. This is Ra. And they were so close to sort of Skeletor and He-Man that they actually pulled them off the market. They were sold cards, but they sort of weren't really part of the main line. I think they were just like worried about a lawsuit. And I mean, obviously, like I've got them riding a tiger. This tiger is one of the beasts from the set as well. There's 4 beasts: a dinosaur, a tiger, a horse, and a mammoth. And and so because I just love this line so much, never had this as a kid. Had him as a kid, lost them, found him again. He's worth a ton these days. So
they are absolute ton. Are you missing any of them, Lee?
So with Galaxy Warriors, there's this thing called the Galaxy Hole. Picture a rabbit hole. And this is a rabbit hole that's like the rabbit hole of all rabbit holes, because with Galaxy Warriors, you've got knockoffs of knockoffs of knockoffs.
Right.
Different companies, and so you'll get the same head reused multiple times through multiple companies. It's just this big Hong Kong sort of like, just no IPs, no copyrights, just using whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
So I've got all the Galaxy Warriors. The sort of next set that came out was called Galaxy Fighters. I've got most of those, and then they start getting lesser and lesser in quality. And as they get lesser in quality, I have less inclination to collect them. So I pick them up when they come up cheap. But like you're saying about Mad Balls, all of a sudden in modern times, like
massive,
the price people want for them. I mean, they are cheap and crappy, and all the bodies are the same. The weapons are all shared. Like they shouldn't really be worth a lot of money, but they are if you want to collect. So
it's ironic, isn't it? Because they came about not being expensive. They were to stop mums from buying the expensive stuff. So it's funny, isn't it, how it goes? Yeah.
Cheap alternative, and I don't know. They're just so that's my number 5. I sort of grabbed these two to be sort of representative of that toy line as important to me, and these are the I would really struggle to replace. I'd really struggle to afford to replace them if I'd lost them. So
I'm pretty sure I've got a spare tiger, Lee, if you ever lose yours.
So Lee, how many Galaxy Warriors are there? Because I put Galaxy Warriors on my sort of 2026 focus this year.
Oh, gee!
Why are you thinking of getting divorced or something, Dean? Is that why you put all that money you'll be spending?
Hold on a sec. Like I picked up this guy. I picked up him.
Oh yes. Yep. Okay. Okay.
Cool. So that sort of like had opened the door. So I got him late last year, and I was just like, "This is amazing."
Nice. Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't done the research yet to find out how many there are. I know they can be pricey. They're hard to find over here, especially that carded figure. I've never seen one at any toy show.
I've never seen them carded. No, I mean,
Yeah.
but Scuba's the one for over it. Like Rob's was saying now, yeah, did Scuba pick up? Yeah, Scuba's got a few of those, and Bark, our friend Jeff, was selling a couple of them too. So they are super cool. Yeah, that's a good number 5.
Yeah, I think there's about either 8 or 10 in the first Galaxy Warriors, and then the one Dean was holding up is Iguana from Galaxy Fighters, which is kind of like the sort of follow-on Series 2, and the same thing. I think 8 or 10 of those and vehicles and things. So
yeah.
So it's not out of reach. It's not like Motu.
No, you actually because we come across them in New Zealand and various things. So we'll keep an eye out for you here too, right?
When we buy lots of Master Universe to sort of upgrade, and then on sale at markets, we quite often will get the odd 1 or 2 Galaxy Warriors in the bottom of a kid's childhood collection. So I'm not active collecting them. They ended up in tubs, and when I first met Lee, he was like, "Oh, Wade's got Galaxy Warrior bits I need." So I'm not getting Galaxy Warriors. I am sort of collecting Soma Fantasy World, which are even weirder knockoffs style ones. I've got a few Warrior beasts and things, but I ducked out not only to get an extra beer for us, but I also had comics, which are they're called Hanna-Barbera Universe Future Quest. They include the Herculoids in the storyline as well, Matt, if you ever want to have something to read. Basically got Space Ghost, Johnny Quest, Birdman, The Impossibles, and you've got Minotaur and Herculoids in it. So it basically taps into that whole universe. It's like one big gigantic threat happening across all of those ones. So it's 3 volumes written by Jeff Parker, who I met at comic book conventions. So I've got my big comic artwork folders out. So my number 5 is actually it's the original art for the packaging of an Optimus Prime. It was a non-transforming one. So they put out a Megatron and an Optimus of it. I think it was called the Hero series or something. But I haven't actually got the toy, but I've got the original of the art for the packaging, which is quite fun. The artist Andrew Griffith I've met a couple of times. He also came to New Zealand and he did all the Lord of the Rings walk. So he walked the Tongariro Mountain Trail and all these other things. But he had a little online group. He was raising funds for something. He was just selling stuff online. And I was lucky no one really turned up to that one. So I bought about 6 or 7 things from him for that. But,
I'll have 7. Brilliant.
No, quite fun. But if you look at the details on it, it's anyone that can actually draw robots like Transformers, and they've just got a knack for it, right? Some people go, "Oh, God, I love that," but it's pretty fun what they are. But yeah, all right. Well,
that's awesome. Brilliant top 5. Awesome. Keith says, "Good evening, everyone. Watching and listening while I'm working on photo. It's nice to see you, Keith. It's lovely to see you." Hey. Right, PGM. What's your number 5?
Now for something completely different.
Right.
This is not an action figure. These are my favorite albums.
Oh, cool. Right, let's have a look.
Dave Dobbin, Will.
Oh, excellent.
Now, where's he from? I've never heard of him.
New Zealand.
Right, okay, right.
This album got me through the 80s. Same with No Jacket Required by Phil Collins.
Yeah.
My favorite artist ever, really. And my favorite band is Huey Lewis and News.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I never knew that about you, PGM. I never knew that.
Yeah, well, I'm still hunting for the album called 4.
Right.
Just got Back to the Future and Back in Time and Stuck with You. And all these I listened to religiously over the 80s, 90s. I'm a big music fan, big 80s fan, 90s fan of rock and roll and soundtrack music as well. But I thought I might bring this up this is my top favorite 5 of these three bands.
Okay.
It just got me through a lot. It got me through the alcohol. It got me through, Phil Collins is great. I mean, he's been in Genesis, of course, but he's also been in Miami Vice for one episode, but I just like Phil Collins's. I think he's great, and it's just that really. It's just got me through a lot.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what it's about. This is what your collection's about, and you picked out for you. Awesome, man. That's brilliant. All right, well, there's Pete's top 5. What's your number 5, Dino?
All right, so mine is a bit of Australiana merchandise. So it's a never-ending story too.
Right.
And why I say it's Australiana merchandise, it's Cotty's cordial. All right. So your cordial, you mix with water.
Yeah.
So you remember these back when you were a kid?
I remember that in Neverending Story when he was opening the book and he took out he was sucking on it.
So
it was in the cutscene. It was in the cutscene.
So when's these from? When was the movie?
84.
84, yeah.
Yeah, 84. So each of the handles. So these are ice block holders. So you fill up.
That's super cool.
The ice blocks with your cordial, your Cotty's Australian cordial, and it was marketed for Neverending Story. So there's Falcor, and each of them have one of the what's the creature called again? Is it the triangle? The giants. Then you've got the mudworts. So you sit there eating your Cotty's ice block. And then you've got Nibbly, the bird. So
have you made any, Dino? Have you made any ice blocks?
But like for something like that to survive, this is just a bit of cardboard.
Yeah.
Like the stickers are still there. It's just a sticker stuck on. And this was in a toy shop in Melbourne, and Scotty Crusher and I were down there, and he's going, "That's all you, man." And I'm looking at it going, "Yeah." And I had a hefty price tag on it being so rare, and I can't find anything on it online.
I've never seen it. No.
One of one.
You can see the old school cordial bottles.
Do you remember the theme song?
Can you? Yeah, I was going to say, can you sing the song?
We'll get a copyright strike.
Oh, it's your shabby, so I get nothing but copyright. I'm thinking of changing my channel name to Copyright Geek. You know what I
mean? That's my number 5.
That's awesome. I'll tell you a story about cordial. It's not a big thing in America at all, cordial. It's barely heard of. Well, my wife's mum and dad, when we lived in England, they came to see us in England. Now, do you in Australia or New Zealand have Vimto, the Vimto cordial? Well, it's like well, you know what cordial's like. If you don't add water to it, it's really tart. You know what I mean? Well, we have one called Vimto. It's like a fruit drink, if you will. So my in-laws have come to stay with us, and I wake up the next morning, my father-in-law's in the kitchen, and hey, Mark, how are you? And he's drinking. He's going like that.
Drinking it straight.
Like that. And he kept doing it every 2 minutes, and I'm like, what is he doing? Is he having a fit or something like that? So I turned around to him and said, I said, what are you drinking? And he went, Vimto. It's Vimto. And I said, what, have you got water in it? He went, no. Did I tell him to put water in it? No, I just let him carry on.
It would be ours would be called Ribena.
Ribena. Basically, that's what it is. Yeah. But he was drinking, and he kept doing this with his face, and I thought, what's
gonna water it down?
Here we go. We did "Power of Love" in my old band. Great song to play, says Keith Knight. There were 3 songs called "The Power of Love" in the charts at the same time.
Yeah, there were actually. Jennifer Rush had one of hers, and Air Supply remade that song, but changed him to her to him.
I never knew that.
Power of Love is.
JT says there's a connection between the Neverending Story and Masters of the Universe. Does anyone know what it is? I don't. I have no idea.
No, I don't. Please tell us.
JT, tell us, JT.
Oh, those are fancy, says well. We had more hot mobile home popsicles as kids. You just needed toothpicks and an ice tray. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Right, Mike, what's your number 5?
It's on the screen for you to upload.
Right.
There you go.
I've got it right here. Oh, very professional, right? Very professional.
Yes, that's when they come back and said we're doing the Joys line again like this when they reissued them. I know these aren't worth much at all. Like you can buy 3 of them for $50 on eBay now. But for me, I thought great, they're starting to redo all of these because they're so hard to get the original ones. And apparently 3 was all they did. They didn't do the rest of them.
No, they didn't. No.
12 all up, or if you add Vlix in there, it would be 13. But yeah, I just love these. I just absolutely love these. That the C-3PO in that color, just like the only time you get him in that weird yellow look. The Boba Fett in his colors is beautiful, and come with all the coins, which are all aluminium but dipped in gold.
It is funny, isn't it, being especially modern Star Wars, because you would have thought these would have gone shot up way in price, and they didn't, did they? They didn't shoot up at all.
No one cared. No one cared but me.
Funny.
I got them, Mike. I got them. I quite like them.
Oh, good stuff, mate.
Yeah, I liked them, Mike, to be honest. Yeah. I liked them all.
Those ones came out, they went on clearance basically straight away at all the department stores here, so we got them for about $6 each.
I know, it's funny because I would have assumed, Wade, that they'd have gone straight up, especially only making the 3 of them. Do you know what I mean? I would have.
The Boba Fett wasn't available in Australia. They didn't have that.
No,
the other 2.
Wow.
Do you know how I got the Boba Fett?
Go on.
Your brother, Sai.
Sai sent it to you, did he? Big softy. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, probably. I'll give him that, no problem, and all that. So, yeah, I can imagine. But yeah, I like those droid figures. I would have thought they'd done the others, but they didn't, did they? Never touched them. No. Talking about Never Ending Story, Dean, do you know they're making the series of it? Did you know that?
I've heard that for a few years now, and
but apparently, I don't know whether it's Amazon. Somebody's bought it. Someone's bought, and they're making it. What do you think to that? Because a lot of lads were saying, "Oh, I'm not," but I think it's for a fresh reboot. That their Never-Ending Story. Because number 2, let's be honest, wasn't brilliant, was it? So
I'm happy to give anything a go, but when I want the nostalgia and I want that feeling, I'll always go back and watch the original.
Yeah,
or really the first one. The other 2 are right, but just with Mike, with those droids as well. When they brought out the Ewoks, they brought out that 2-pack of the Ewoks, and I thought exact same thing. I'm like, yes, they're going to do all the old Ewok lines because they're again, and they stopped, and I was like, do we have to wait another 10 years for an anniversary? Which they suck at as well.
Hey, Gaz, nice to see you, Gaz.
Hey,
So JT says the connection is Alan Oppenheimer. He was the voice of Skeletor in Man at Arms and Falcor the Luck Dragon in Never Ending Story. Look at you, JT. Look at you. Do you know what I mean? Pushing his glasses up. You're having a good time there. Right, Phil, what's your number 5, pal?
Alrighty, so I've reached under the Christmas tree again, and another one of my favorite toy lines out of the 6 or 7 that I collect are the Ninja Turtles, and this guy here is this is a metal mutant. This is Raphael. He's a spirit phoenix, and basically, whenever I walk into my toy room, this is the figure that always draws my eyes immediately. I guess it's just so nice and shiny, and I don't have any nostalgic connection to this line because I think these guys came out about 95 or 96, and I was out of toys by then. But it's just something that I've discovered over in Japan, and it kind of has, I don't know if these were designed or created in Japan, but it has sort of a cyborg kind of a look to it. Raph isn't my favorite turtle, but I think he definitely is the best looking of the metal mutants. So the armor is just amazing. I mean, this is what he looks like without the armor on. So they're quite tiny figures.
Yeah.
You know, once you armor him all up, he looks like this.
Beast.
You can basically take all the armor off as well, and it creates its own figure in itself. So if you take off all the armor, you can put the armor together, and it will create a phoenix-looking character with the helmet.
That's all vac metal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all vac metal. Yeah, so again, it's something that you get in all sorts of different conditions. But
that looks perfect, man.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Nice. This is a nice condition, and it's just something different. And again, something that I never knew about growing up, and it's something that I've kind of, I think Pixel Dan, follow his channel, and he's maybe in the last couple of years he's been able to complete the set as well of the four turtles. But
full set, Phil? You got all of them?
I have got all of them now. Yeah, I don't think the other 3 are as complete as Raph. But I think Raph definitely looks the best. I think, Leonardo is a spirit lion. Michelangelo is a beetle or something. and then who's the other? Donatello is I can't remember. Donatello is another dude, but
where have you been picking them up from?
Online, and I don't see them in store over here. I use Mercury Japan to buy a lot of my stuff, and Yahoo Auction. So,
absolutely brilliant. Love them.
Yeah, like you can pick up the loose. You can pick up the loose ones like this quite cheaply without the armor, and they actually look pretty. I think they actually look pretty cool without the armor as well. Like, they've almost got like a bit of a Star Trek look to them, But obviously getting them with all the armor is and it's fun to kind of gradually piece them together. That's what I like about the collecting game as well, is like you get a base figure, and then the game is to try and add bits and pieces to it until you finally complete them. So
it's doing. I've been saying that about my Endor village for 15 years. I still haven't done it. I still haven't done it.
That's my whole collection, Phil.
Yeah.
What do you think about Playmates Toys not having the license anymore? Finishes this year, so a bit weird because I always associate TMNT with Playmates. I know NECA do it and everybody else does it, but after 40 something years they've stopped it now. So why do you think that is? Do you reckon?
You reckon someone will just buy it and then sell it back to Playmates?
I don't know. I don't know whether NECA or Super 7 have done something with them or added more money or whatever, and that's if they can be, because that's what a lot of people were concerned about. Usually that license is shared amongst people, but it sounds like they haven't said who's done it yet, but someone's gone in and it might stop the license for everybody except for that person. I don't know. It could have been Hasbro. You never know. It's going to be someone with a lot of money, Mattel or Hasbro or something, hasn't it? So McFarlane, maybe, because I know their DC line's just gone to Mattel, hasn't it? So end of this year, that all their DC stuff's got to be Mattel. So Matt, we're getting the crossover, the Motu DC crossover. That's obvious.
Yeah, I know.
Here we go. Here we go again.
Crossovers.
Oh, mate, I'd only just finished off by my Mattel creations, and then straight away it came up 12 more days. Blast Attack. Oh, God.
Blast Attack. That'll be Blast Attack.
It'll be crossovers of crossovers soon. That'll be the next thing.
What do you think? Well, let me ask you all the question. What do you think about these cross? When the Turtles, I got all the Turtles ones with that Masters Universe did. I think I'm missing Slacker. That's the only one I'm missing. But I liked it. I thought, this is an opportunity, something different. But then when they said they were going to, and then the Stranger Things, I've got the 3 of them when they did it with Stranger Things. So I got them. But now then they started doing it with Transformers. I was like, what the France? Where does it stop? What do you lot think of crossovers?
I'm not into them too much. There's a couple of cool ones like Battle Catman and
that's cool.
The Lino one was cool. So
that's right. The Thundercats one that they did. Yeah, I got them too.
Andrew. I think Andrew just loves them because he, like our name says, he just keeps on collecting, that guy. But I'm a little bit more particular.
I can't finish the lines I have, to start crossovers.
Yeah,
there's so many, but some of them do look cool.
Yeah, and he's saying that. That's another one.
Yeah, they look cool.
But some of them, G.I. Joe, what?
G.I. Joe Turtle crossover.
Yeah, I can't go with that. That's too much.
I was stuck in the G.I. Joe Transformer crossover, the Triple T. I was like, I want it, but it's Transformers, and I don't collect Transformers. Like, do I want this? No, I don't. Yes, I do. Left it on the
I did it with Transformers. They went down to Target to $12 each, the Motu Transformers ones, like the first one. But there was hundreds of them. Honestly, there was like packed, and they were selling for $35. Now they're down to $12. That's it. So
they don't transform, do they?
No, it's He-Man Wade that they've just crossed over with. But they look like, Matt, to me. They look like fancy dress. Like it's Halloween and He-Man. So I'll just put an Optimus Prime's outfit. It doesn't look right. Do you know what I mean? It looks a bit down. Anyway, what's your number? Go on, sorry. No, go on, you go. Hang on a minute, Matt. Sorry, you were going to say.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, it's basically, it's gone back to the days of just slap a license on, they think it'll sell. But we're a little bit wiser than that now. So,
we are. I agree with that. I definitely agree.
I think they're just milking.
Yeah, they're trying to milk it. They're trying to milk us. We're smarter than that.
Well,
those Motu Transformer things, they're just hanging around. I can't believe they just released Wave 2, actually. But anyway, number 5 is it's a very sentimental, very nostalgic piece. And maybe some people have seen this before, but this is actually my childhood one that I received for Christmas 1981, I guess. There it is.
Oh, it's the best playset ever. Best playset ever.
Like, I'm sorry, like I love Motu, but this thing
I agree.
absolutely got played to death with by me and my brothers. I mean, obviously, I've got it complete now. Like, obviously, playing with it, you lose parts and things didn't quite work. But when I got my collection room back, and I pulled it all apart, cleaned it up meticulously, and I even got I don't think it was VTR Dave, but I even got the batteries working. I mean, there's no batteries in there now, but there is actually.
Oh, I might have to talk to you about that because mine's going yellow now, and obviously I might have to talk to you about how to clean it and stuff like that. So,
well, I guess that's that whole the sunlight thing. You put under. Yeah, so I just gave it a good wash because it was up in my brother's roof and it just had dust on it, a lot of dust. So I just cleaned it up and. But yeah, I've got all the pieces in. It's complete. Like, I don't know if it's obviously not the original string that had hung the ball up there, but the ball's in there, and the little thing that holds the ball. But many hours with me and my brothers just playing with this amazing toy at the time, and so I'm really, really happy to get this. My dad, like at the time, I think it was 81. I said so. Like I was probably 10 years old, and I knew about about Santa and everything, and so I had to keep it a secret from my brothers. But he took some time off work. He was working at the Rocks down in Sydney, like where Circular Quays and all that. And before it was all shops, it was actually workshops. He was a fitter and turner, and he took a train trip up the North Shore and stopped off at Uncle Pete's Toys, which some Aussies are probably familiar with. And he got this for $100, and back in 1981, $100 was just it was a massive price.
Yeah.
Lots of nostalgia and sentimentality around this toy.
I defy anyone who you can't think of toys of when we were all kids and don't think of the Millennium Falcon. It's the greatest toy ever. I mean, I'm the same. I love Castle Grayskull. Do you know what I mean? But there's just something about that playset.
Yeah.
I can't believe that's your childhood one. It looks so clean.
Yeah, you've done a great
job. That's a great position.
I like when my brother said, "Oh, you want this back?" and I went, "Oh yeah." Like it was not looking as good as that. I can tell you right now, but yeah, it's cleaned up really well. It's actually getting a bit of dust on it again. May need another one.
What would you class then? Does anyone disagree with me and Matt? What else would you say was the greatest playset ever when we were kids?
A blanket.
I didn't have many playsets.
The flag is a mythical thing.
That's
the flag. It's got to be up there. It's amazing.
Castle Grayskull, I guess.
Grayskull, yeah. I agree with Grayskull, definitely. That's right. Yeah, that's right up there for me, Castle Grayskull. But the Falcon was just. I've never seen the flag, Mac, till I went to Joe Fest and the first time I went was like 4 years ago. And it's the size of it. I mean, and they keep, when you're watching it, and they say, "Oh, it's 7 foot," and it's in, you're like, yeah. And then you see it, and you think, "Oh my life!" I'm from the north of England. That wouldn't even fit in a room where I'm from. Do you know what I mean? It'd have to be tilted like that, like the USS Mountain or something. It's just ridiculous. But the thing what shocked me the most was the Defiant box. The Defiant thing that's the rocket. The rocket. The box for that is huge, absolutely huge, but the prices, man, 4, 5, 6 grand depending on condition. They're not cheap, definitely not. Here we go. What does Jay say? So JT says, wait a minute, 4 turtles, 4 members of the A team. It's a perfect match.
Ooh,
I don't know. That would be pretty cool. Yeah. Shabby, hydrogen peroxide is what you need on yellowing plastic. Be careful of putting it in sunlight, though. That'll yellow the plastic. Yeah, mine's just getting those little yellow lines, Matt. Do you know what I mean? It's the age of it, I suppose, and so forth. But I kind of like the Falcon. It's meant to look beat up. That's what I say to myself because I can't be arsed cleaning it. But
it's authentic dirt.
Rob said it'd be Castle Grey. Yeah, Castle Grey. Yeah, I would definitely want to say no to Grayskull, but this is something about that Falcon. Lurkener. Let's have a look. The Mego Stars Enterprise Bridge playset is pretty special, Shabby.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, I never had that one. Have you got that, Matt? That one?
No.
Or was Andrew?
No, neither of us. I think Andrew's got the Playmates version.
Yeah, right.
More affordable.
Right, well, there you are. There's your number 5s. Let's get you number 4. My waiting room music, Mike. You know, like you're waiting for doctors. You know what I mean? Right, KLC, I've already got you big. So, show us your number 4, Matt.
I'm going to talk again. I'm going to get a sore voice. Okay, my number 4 is this set. It's an empty box. I love this empty box. It's the best empty box money can buy. No, but what was in there? As you know, if you watch our channel, we love Space 1999 from the 70s, and this came out recently, just after COVID. Can I say that word? But I did. And this is from a company called 1612, and they had the license at the time, and they created this amazing. Like, I mean, we as kids, I used to build these out of Lego blocks. That's, you know, you run around the house. So this is the communicator. Now, it actually works. So it's got batteries in here, and I haven't got batteries. This one is actually tied down with a screw. So I have actually pulled the batteries, but the buttons work, and they say phrases, so that screen lights up. And in the show, you know, they used to communicate with each other and talk to each other. So they actually made a working version of this recently. So there's the commander of the moon base, and this was their weapon of choice. And
a stapler gun.
A stapler gun. So there was it's actually on stun because I don't want to kill anybody. But yes, if anyone tries to steal things, we can turn on.
They look well made, them, Matt. To be honest, they look really nice.
Well, they were, and they went through a lot of like problems with QA. So the guys had to go over there. I think they're giving us updates the whole time, and they had to go over to, I think it was China. They were being made, so there was a lot of problems, and they were delayed significantly. When they sent them to us, there was a whole lot of drama because they marked it as stun gun. So imagine trying to get that into Australia called a stun gun.
Yeah.
So I was back and forth with customs in Melbourne, you know, trying to explain, you know, what they're just toys, and then I had to go off to 1612. There's a whole drama about it, but Andrew and I love these. So
what is it about Space 1999, Matt? What is it about that show?
I don't really know. I don't really know, Shabby. I just something I grew up with when I was a young fellow, and it was the monsters, it was the spaceships. You know, you might see that something like that later. But the spaceships absolutely were amazing. There was an Aussie guy in it called Nick Tate who played a part in it, and so there was something I guess we can associate with. So it's just something very nostalgic.
Yeah, I mean, it was big where I'm from. You know, 1999, everybody loved that. And it's funny because Jason, do you remember Jason O'Toole? And Jason came over here to see me, and we went to a flea market, and he found the album, the soundtrack, Space 1999, and he bought it. Yeah, so he was the same as you. He loved it. So he must have been. Was it a big thing in Australia then? And was it in New Zealand? Space 1999.
I don't know about New Zealand. But...
Yeah, all Jerry shows are massive in New Zealand.
Yeah. JT says Space 1999 season 1 fabulous. Season 2, well, the weather was nice today, so that's. Wasn't really about season 2.
I think of Space 1999 is Dragon's Den. Would you agree with that, Matt?
Dragon's Domain, you mean the episode?
Sorry, I've had 2 beers now.
But maybe I should get one into me. I'll start. No, Dragon's Domain. Well, that's Andrew's favorite episode, where they get sucked into this. Yeah, there's this spaceship out in space, and it was kind of graphic. Like for its time, they were sucking the people in and spitting out the skeletons, and they were steaming, and it was spooky.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah.
Sounds like me eating chicken wings, that. Do you know what I mean? So Kieran says Nick Tate was the Paul Hogan of the 70s UK television. Is that right?
Was he?
Was he? Nick Tate?
No. Like he wasn't funny. He was an Aussie actor. But I guess that look with the blonde hair, a little bit.
Is he still alive, Paul Hogan? Is he still going?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. How old would he be, man, now, Mike? He must be in his 80s at least.
I can check for you.
Nick Tate is 83.
Right.
and he was born in 42.
Right, got you.
Paul Hogan is 86.
86. Wow,
Born
wow,
in
good on him.
1939.
That's awesome. The two barbarians. What's your number 4, lads? So we'll start with you, Lee.
Yep, I'm ready to go. Okay.
Oh, well played. Well played. One of my favorites as a kid. One of my favorites.
Yeah, same. So as a kid, my family used to, on a Friday night, we'd go down to the library and we all had to pick a book to read. And of course, young kid, I'm drawn to the Asterix books because they're basically comic books, and just loved getting all the adventures and reading them, and just loved them. And as a young kid, I did get my first Asterix figure was Geriatrix.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Not the most exciting action figure as a kid. And then probably
you're like Motu, Galaxy Warriors, Asterix. How have we not met till now? Do you know, that's the weirdest thing ever. That's awesome.
Aging myself, I suppose, but yeah. So as an adult, I just thought, you know what, I want to collect these things again. And it took me what took me so long was to get these little wings on his helmet.
Yeah.
I've had to get so many Asterix figures and then finally got the wings because they just pop straight off. And first thing that lose, and the magic potion, the swords break off if you stick them in him, so he's not holding it. And then of course Obelix with his.
So was it a big deal in because all the Americans over, for example, I'm doing the Playmobil now. I'm getting all the Asterix Playmobil in, and I'm up to about 5 or 6 sets. But the nightmare of it at the time, Lee, was there's another gentleman in our group called 1,000 Skulls, and he's a big Playmobil fan like I am. And I was talking to him about the Asterix, and he said, "No, they're not selling it in America, Shabby." I thought, you Joe. So I went to the website, and there isn't any. So the prices for me, Amazon have started doing them, but the imported on them. So like a set worth $40 is like $120. So most of the lads in England are going to sort it for me and just ship it. It'll be cheaper to do it that way. But was it big in New Zealand then, the Asterix?
I don't know.
I collected them. I collected them, Chevy.
You did, right? Okay.
Yeah. I had the whole set.
Wow. Because I loved the books. It was the books for me. Them and Tintin books. I loved the books as a kid, the Asterix books. But yeah, so how did you go on, Lee?
I was going to say they were a staple in there. Like every
library,
every school library would have had Asterix books, Tintin books. So everybody knew about it. I'm pretty sure everybody liked it. And then of course there were the cartoons, the movies, which were sort of I think late 70s French movies translated, and some of them are a little bit campy.
They just did. I know there's one on Netflix, a recent one from a few years back that's on now. That's on there, buddy. So obviously French, which that's what you have to watch, don't you?
They've just never lost the love for it. And there's like CG cartoon versions of Asterix. There's live action ones with in the roles, which I haven't seen. Yeah, so it's a bit of a sort of C, D tier kind of collectible. I think I've asked American collectors what they think about it and do they have the toys, and a lot of them just sort of give me
no. Look at Rob here. Rob's in Texas. I still have no idea what Asterix is. It's not a big thing at all over here. You know, it's funny that, isn't it? It's funny, but wow, I didn't know it was big in New Zealand. Wow, okay, they're awesome.
Didn't Gerard Depardieu play Obelix?
Yeah, yeah.
One of the movies?
Yeah,
he sure did. Yeah, brilliant.
Paid Asterix, yeah,
in the live action one.
In the live action, yeah. Brilliant.
Yep. Things that were popular in New Zealand in school libraries and things were the Willard Price books, like African Adventure. I don't know, what were the other ones? Other ones? No. You don't know? Oh, no. Oh, anyway. The Fighting Fantasy books were popular.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah. And, going back. So I'm, for my number four, all going downhill.
Stop with the bees.
Beer number 4.
4 is actually going back to the crossover. So last piece of original comic book artwork that I've actually bought, because when COVID happened, freight got exorbitant for everything, and then all collectibles took off, and original comic art took off for most, I think. So things what 2 or 3 years prior to that, within similar pieces were selling for 10 times the amount 2 or 3 years later. So everything just got unaffordable. Even all these rich business people out of Indonesia were buying whole original issues of comics, spending like $2 million on them and things. So just the whole thing just. So speaking of crossovers, this is the study here of Mumra. So this is Freddie Williams' studies of Mumra in his decade form. he did for the He-Man and Thundercats crossover comic series. So they've done quite a few of those crossovers. So they've done TMNT, they've done Thundercats ones, and they just keep now they're just back on doing the He-Man as a series. There's a couple of ones they're doing, so that's quite fun.
Again, Wade? Can you show us again? Yeah, it's really good.
Amazing. Yeah. Amazing. Mm-hmm.
Next to it, this is unrelated. This is Mum-Ra and his Evolution. Well, that's by Wolf Portasio, who was a huge comic book artist in the Philippines that drew a lot of the 90s X-Men. So between him and Jim Lee, they're known as sort of the two big X-Men comic book artists in the 90s. So unrelated. I just 2 beers. I'm anyone's.
The art that you actually have, though, Wade. Are you looking predominantly for toy-related artwork? Is that what you go for?
Yes and no. I go through phases where I like certain characters and do certain things. But yeah, these are the ones in the long run, because they are related to the licenses that I like the most. Generally, they become my favourites.
Yeah, awesome, man. Great top 4, boys. Great top 4. All right, Phil, what's your number 4?
All right, so under the Christmas tree next, G.I. Joe is another toy line that I liked as a kid. And living in Japan, I had no idea that Takara released a line of G.I. Joe back in 1986. And I've got a carded figure, which is quite special because it wasn't released on card in Hasbro through America. So I've got a carded Zartan, which... with Hasbro, he was released with a mini vehicle, a swamp sled, I think. So this is a bit different. He's got a card back, and obviously the Japanese artwork, the background's a bit different, obviously, from what you get with Hasbro. They released in Japan, I think it was 24 figures back in 1986. So they're the figures that were released in Japan.
Yeah, they're really expensive. Jeff Barker found one at Joe Fest last year, and he wouldn't pay the price. It was all carded and nice, and it was imported, and he wouldn't pay. It was too expensive. Yeah,
the prices have gone a bit berserk the last few years. Luckily, I got onto these about 4 or 5 years ago before the prices just went straight up. That's what the good guy card back looks like with the blue.
Oh, they look cool, man. I like them.
They're pretty cool. Very sort of sci-fi. I like the sort of sci-fi look to them.
So the figure's the same, the accessories the same. It's just the cards that are different.
Yeah, the figures are exactly the same. Yeah, inside, it's even the engraving's the same on the actual figures. So I'm doing pretty well with the cards as well. I need 2 more to complete the set of the carded figures. So, but the one that I need is Snake Eyes, which is the most expensive. He goes for hundreds of dollars.
So this might sound silly, but I don't mean it to come across as silly. Are they easy enough to find then in Japan? Those ones?
You can find them in various stores, but as I say, you're probably looking at a couple of $100.
Wow.
Each. I mean, I got a couple of these in bulk lots, and they ended up being pretty reasonable actually. And as I said, I'm glad I got them when I did because the yen is so weak now. A lot of people are coming and the prices are going up. So luckily I got them when I did. But the Zartan would make my top 5 just because it's so different from what Hasbro released in the States. So
how much was that one? How much was that one at Joe Fest, Shabby? Do you know?
It was about $400. I think the guy turned around to Jeff, and he could get it for like $375 or something like that, American dollars. Yeah, and Jeff was like, well, but it was well worth it because Jeff. I mean, from what I know, and I'm not a Joe expert, but talking to Jeff, Jeff was like, you never see them over here, the Takara cards. Do you know what I mean? And if you do, you're paying for him. And this guy knew what he had, to be honest, and it was mint condition. It was beautiful. So but he didn't pull the trigger. But
obviously they weren't popular in Japan back in the day because they only released them in 1986 and then that was it. You can't buy classified figures over here. Like GI Joe is just not a thing at all. So
wow, okay.
I think it's pretty much just foreigners living over here or people coming on holiday that sort of pick them up. But
the Joe lads usually do that though, Phil. They'll probably do it with those cards because I noticed going to especially the Joe convention that once they finish with Joe's, they move on to Action Force or they move on to the variant cards or the foreign cards and so forth. So maybe that's why they've gone up so much because the lads over here are buying them.
Probably, yeah. I've released a couple of YouTube videos about them, and they've had good views. So I probably haven't helped the situation either. I've shot myself in the foot.
Absolutely brilliant, Mike. I've got a picture down here. Is this your number 4, Michael?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it a helicopter? That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I can.
Oh,
look, I can move it and everything.
That is nice.
Yeah.
That is
being
nice.
The same as his tank, where it's like an oversized scale vehicle for classified 6-inch figures. The fact that it's got so many moving parts, you could say it's fully articulated, and you can remove like the blast pieces and all that, and the stickers that are on it as well. I put them on myself, and they tell you put them on wherever you want. That's why I ended up with I love this down here, the Aces, it's Dragonfly and the Aces sticker, and there's a Wild Bill on the side.
Mike, did you keep the figures on the card, or did you take them off?
I kept them on the card.
You kept them on the. Yeah, I bet you did. Yeah, it's massive. That thing. It's massive. Yeah. Where'd you keep it, Matt? Because I know last time it was above the TV, wasn't it? It was on a shelf there, but I mean,
behind my head in the not this room, in the actual room that I can't use at the moment.
Yeah,
where I used to do my filming. I'll get back in there eventually. I'll get my room back soon.
I mean, have you gone for these? It's like I went, obviously, the attorney, and I did about the Snake Lair fair. But have any of you done any of these HasLabs or any of these?
I've got a Rattler, but it's sitting in a box in the garage at the moment. So one day
that sounds like
nice one. Yeah,
that sounds like this one here. I couldn't put it in the list. Ta-da! One big cantina.
So,
shipping label. Yeah, still there.
Are you going to set it up, or are you just going to keep it?
I need some room. I did put some room.
I don't believe that, Mike. You've been parading for that cantina for years. You get it. You're like, I think I'll keep it.
we got ours like 4 or 5 months late compared to the rest of the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
There it is. There.
Do you think this is dying off a bit, the crowdfunds, or do you think, because the Ghostbusters one didn't do well at all, did it? The 4 figures in the Tron thing. But let me ask you all a question: are you happy with these HasLabs, these Mattel creations, and that, or do you wish they'd just go back to normal selling?
The right item is going to work. If they've got the right item as a HasLab, it will back all day long. If they do it wrong, or they do it something really too deep cut and too obscure, and people are like, what is this? Kind of like that giant big mothership they did with the Super 7. Remember that G.I. Joe one?
Yeah.
It was so out of left wing. People were like, what am I going to do with that? It just looks like a coffee table.
Massive though, wasn't it? It was huge.
It was massive.
It was.
It didn't back because people are like, it's too much of a deep
But it's the same as there. The
strange.
toy shop around the corner's got the new Thunder Lair in there, the Thundercats Lair. And that thing, it's
humongous.
And I know we always say this thing is massive, and I've just thought, where are you going to stick it? Make one of your kids sleep in it or something.
EB Games is actually closed. EB Games is now closing down in New Zealand. Right?
Is it?
Yeah, they got 38 stores across their country, all closing January 31st.
So that's where New Zealand has a problem on getting HasLabs, because we'll have to go through Australia, or we'll have to go through other places to get them. Now that can cost a fortune, immensely money, fortune for people, collectors. That means the HasLabs. So when EB Games closes down all over the country here, it's going to be it's because EB Games is in Australia, and GameStop, of course, is in America. So they're fine. We're not. So
do you have
Hong
Zing
Kong to the US to Australia to New Zealand?
Yeah, Zing's and EB Games.
Yeah,
that's so
that's the same store.
The same store.
I was wondering if you had them over there, because I watched Middle-aged Kiwi Man collecting Star Wars figure Jason's video about the closing down, and he's already backed the new Star Wars.
He has,
Lat.
Oh, he wants the lat. And his shop's going to close.
Yeah, he doesn't know what they're going to do about holding to that deposit that he's already made on that.
Oh, yeah.
They're just refunding it, from what I understand. Guys I know have the Snowcat pre-ordered as well, and they just have to refund them because they won't do anything. So
I hope they do. I hope they do refund them. Yeah, but that's sad. So what's going to happen then if that shuts? Where's your next store then for stuff like a crowdfund?
Nothing. There is nowhere.
Yeah.
Wow. If they refund him for his deposit, he then doesn't get a
Well, I've got an idea. All come for holiday around the time it comes. Use my address. Come for holiday. We'll have a barbecue at Shabby's, a few beers. Take it home with you. You'll be fine. Kenny's Plastic Power's got a question for you, Phil. What does the back translate to?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot. It's the top. This part here. It basically says International Expert Team GI Joe.
Right.
My fluent Japanese knowledge.
Well done.
Actually, that was a lot better than mine. I'll be honest there. Epic Badger says he's happy with his Dragonfly, but because it's reached all figure stretch goals, I do think the price was worth it. So, yeah, I suppose you're right. I suppose it's like that Cantina mag. If you open it and you like it, it's worth the money. Do you not reckon?
Yeah. Especially the figures in it.
Yeah.
And plus, they're getting the extra figures. He needs a bigger house. Yes, I do need a bigger house. I really do.
HasLabs can't get any more expensive. They're already at that point where they're too much.
Well,
if they keep going, you don't have a choice.
No, I mean our side did back the before he passed away, bless him. He did back the Tron. He backed it. And the thing about it, he loves Tron. He loves the franchise of Tron.
Yeah.
And for people that don't know, he's still got all the original 80s figures in the on card. He's loved it for ages. Oh. And his thing was he said, listen, because I was saying, Si, mate, I think that's a lot of money, that, do you know? But he said, where else am I going to get them from? No one else is doing them like this and all that sort of stuff.
And that's it. Diehard fans are going to want whatever they put out.
Yeah.
But,
but it's the same as me for the snake layer, though. I've got to admit, I didn't think it was worth the price it was. I didn't. I just thought, wow, it's because it's the same size as Grayskull and Snake Mountain. And you can't really sell people like us on extra paint. What? Do you know what I mean?
Here's a sticker sheet.
I know, it's daft, isn't it? Musa says, yeah, with EB Games going away, it should be an opportunity for Hasbro Pulse in Australia.
Yeah, I wish.
Still haven't got one.
They ran.
Sometimes it makes me think that, because how have you not got Hasbro Pulse in Australia? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Yet they have one in Hong Kong and Singapore.
It's weird. It's so strange. So strange.
Population, I guess.
I don't know. Because there's loads of you boys that collect on that side of the world. Loads of you.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why, and you would have thought with people like Retroblast, and he had to go to Australia with that sail barge. They'd have sorted it out by then. That was 6 years ago. So how that's still not going is
Mattel do it like they do their crowdfunders through Australia. So
you have no issue when you got the Snake Lair or the Attorney and so forth. That's easy enough for you lads to do.
Yeah, we could get those.
Yep.
But not with the Star Wars, not with the Hasbro. That's weird.
Get Mike onto them. Come on, Mike, get in there.
Yeah, come on, Mike. Next video.
I think that's why I'm happy just to be vintage. I mean, there's so many headaches being a modern toy collector. I think it's the straightforward option for me is just stick with vintage if I can.
Everybody says that over here. I'll just stick with that. It's easier to do, isn't it? Easy. And now, if you notice as well, Phil, I get this thing that the prices for modern are just the same as vintage now. There's not much difference anymore,
Exactly.
So, right, PGM, what's your number 4, Bubba?
No, time to actually get Shabby in trouble.
Oh, what you gonna say?
No, anybody actually know this? Oh.
Yeah.
Magnum.
Oh, no, can't say
Cheers.
This here, again, it's not action figure oriented, but it's Magnum PI, man. Oh, the original Magnum PI, man.
Yeah,
Gotta have it. Favorite. Oh, I'm spitting. See, it's great. I'm spitting on it. I grew up wanting to be Magnum PI, and look where it got me. Short ass person. That's
well,
not
instead of
important.
PI, you can just be PGM, Magnum PGM.
Yeah,
Look at it that
yeah,
like the sequel.
yeah.
Magnum
PGMI.
This cast was amazing.
Yeah.
In the 80s, I mean, comedy, action, thriller, brilliant. I just loved it. I boycotted the new one because it was crap. Can't beat the original. I grew up watching this. I love it so much. It's one of my all-time favorite. I got it at number 4, but really, it's brilliant. All I gotta say, go Magnum PI, Tom Selleck, brilliant. There you go.
Brilliant PGM.
Mustache.
Did you never get the Playmobil PGM of it?
No,
Mike?
yeah,
PGM?
it was in Toy World, but it was so expensive. So expensive.
How much was it over there?
It was about nearly $430.
What for the Playmobil? Wow.
Playmobil. You know,
Because it was $70 here. I know that it was $69, but they are for the licensed one, so I didn't mind that. But I thought that was pricey. But
it's criminal. It's criminal when you go to a Toy World and you've got prices so high you can't buy anything. So
that's insane.
That's crazy. Muzzy says he's still pissed about missing out on that Vader and Luke 2-pack. Wow, that's a shame, boys. Hi, Cat. Nice to see you. Vader's girls here. Nice to see you. So, what is it about Magnum PI, Pete? What is it?
It's just comical, really. I mean, it's just Higgins and Magnum kind of going at it, you know, and it's just like...
That sounds dodgy. What sort of videos are you watching?
It's the porno version.
Hang on a minute. Magnum and Higgins going at it, PGM. This ain't this kind of show. I know it's called After Hours, you know what I mean? But...
you know, Ferrari, you know, having the Ferrari, you know, Hawaii, you know, his cases were either funny or serious or in the thriller, and it's just, I mean, it was just you know, I think it's the comical sense of it as well. Him shouting at Higgins when Higgins got him into trouble, you know. I want to show you something, PGM. So I was on Facebook, yes, and I showed the lads. I think you saw it. You can actually buy the Ferrari in where I live in North Carolina. There it is, and it's been restored, and it's $174,000, Pete. If you want, one of them. It was a barn find apparently. Yeah, there it is. Look. Oh wow! Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and then VTL went. Actually, that's the 320, not the 328. And I thought, what a nerd. Do you know?
big shout out to Matt. Big shout out to Matt and Keith Knight, who did a model of the Island Hopper. Brilliant.
That's what you got to love.
Look at that. Yeah, Keith Knight made one too. Keith made one as well. Yeah.
So shout out to you, Matt, and shout out to Keith if you're still watching. That was awesome how you kind of actually made an Island Hopper chopper. Brilliant. I thought it was brilliant. So, yeah.
Awesome, man. Yeah, but Magnum PI, yeah. I mean, I was a fan of it, but, you know, it's not. Does anybody else like it? Magnum PI? It was all right.
Yeah. What?
Love it.
Oh, look at that.
Oy.
Oh, my goodness.
Cute.
Okay. Show stealer.
It's a little Staffy cross boxer.
Wow.
Yeah, it's ours for a while.
Call him Shabby. That's a good name for a dog, Shabby.
I don't know what they're calling the dog. What are they calling the dog?
The dog calls it potato.
Huh? Potato is the name of the dog. I'll put it back down.
Beautiful dog. Right, Dean, what's your number 4?
All right, my number 4, we're stepping back over to what Phil was talking about. Playmates Turtles, big part of my collection. All my turtles from my childhood were kept by my dad, and I've added to them over the years. So looking at trying to complete the first 4 waves, the first 4 years of the turtles in their entirety, and then they get pretty wild and expensive in the end. But when you're collecting Playmates Turtles, you have a pretty sort of rare piece, which is the 5th anniversary gold turtle. All right, so it's a limited edition, individually numbered turtle. So these are quite difficult to come across, and I don't exactly know how many of them they're made. This has got a number 93730 on there. So we haven't been able to find how many were produced complete. But the funny story about it, like this actual turtle in here is the mold of Donatello, and then they've done him up as Leonardo, his gold paint, his weapons. So yeah, it's a kind of like the cherry on top of a Playmates turtle collection from the 90s. So
it's
something
awesome.
I'm really pumped to get when we're.
Did you do all 4 of them, Dean? Did you do all of them?
No, just the one. Just
the one. Wow.
Yeah.
Just the best one.
And how did you find that? Well, the back of the bus was open, and I just put my hand.
This was so weird. Like me, my mate Scree, and Scotty Crusher, we were sort of like just started to talk about it. And we saw one at a convention. It was quite pricey, like talking a few $100 Australian. And we're like, yeah, wow, we'd really love to get that. And then the next convention we were just reminiscing of that story, and a vendor said, I've got 2 of them. We're like, what? And he's like, yeah, I'll message you.
Wow.
Yeah. And then Scree
That's awesome, Dean.
got one a little bit later. So yeah, I'm very happy to have that in the collection with the turtles all there. So yeah, nice piece.
I won't know where to start with prices. And so some of them you look that are thousands of dollars. Some of them are worth about $5, aren't they? It's like I wouldn't know where. I mean, how many of those Playmate tails did they make? They made hundreds of them, didn't they? Really?
Yeah. Well, that's 3 Detolfs.
Wow. Let me just make you bigger set. Look at that. Jeepers.
So yeah, I was like I said, I was lucky that my dad put away my turtles that I had as a kid. It was still it was quite a lot there, and then there was a big turtle resurgence with the new movie and everything, and then all the vendors in Australia were sort of selling off turtles and getting bulk lots from the States, so it was giving us an opportunity to find more. And the thing about Playmates with anything they make is they make like 5 or 6 accessories, and usually tiny little accessories. So that's kind of the hardest part of the Turtles line, is collecting all the accessories to go with them. And most of the figures can't even hold all the accessories, so you just end up putting them in a baggie and just putting them in front of them.
Let me ask you a question, buddy. Now the license is gone, do you think these figures are going to go even more sky high now it's finished?
I think so. Yeah. They really haven't dropped. There are certain ones. Obviously, most of the figures at the end of the lines, like this, ran for nearly 10 years as a brand, like as the original vintage is what we call them, turtles. Yeah. You got 10 years, 10 waves pretty much of turtles. And some waves you're looking at, 60, 70 figures plus vehicles, plus accessories. Plus role-playing toys. Like Turtles was crazy, like they slapped turtles on everything and just sold it. Turtle mania. I was a turtle kid, so in 1991, I would have been about 8, and it was just absolute fantastic fun.
That's awesome, man. Hey, Gilster's found something for you, PGM. Look, how about the Mattel Barbie Ferrari? You could get one of them. Easy enough to do that. Rob Zwetchel says potato. He says maybe tater for short. That's a good one. Tater for short, yeah.
Yeah, but it's no Magnum PI potato, is it? Really, is it, Mike? Yeah.
What is it? Boil and mash them, put them in a stew.
And Michael Reed says, when the dog's done something wrong, usual Mike will be roasting potato. Absolutely brilliant. Well, that's all your number 4s. So let's get on with it. Let's get to your number 3s. Right, Dean, I've got you big. So what's your number 3?
All right, number 3, and I'm staying with turtles again. But this time it's a bit of a custom piece that I got and created. So this is my custom Kevin Eastman little display that I made. So Kevin Eastman came to Australia a couple of years back now. So actually got to meet him.
Let's have a lot. Make me bigger sec, even bigger. Hang on. There. No, got the wrong person. There it is.
So I got to meet Kevin Eastman, and I got my comic. You can see here that this is the #1 for the Adventure series. I got him to sign that, but I also took the Fugitoid figure with me. So, like most people would know him for his Turtles, but the Fugitoid was the first character that he created in his comic books, which then ended up being in the Turtles later on. So, I thought that was nice that he would hold. You can see, there's my finger. You can see he's holding the Fugitoid figure. So again, I like that connection between my collection and the piece and the person. So yeah, I thought that was nice. I put it in there, the little backdrop on it, and yeah, sort of made.
What was he like to meet? Was he a nice bloke?
He was a nice bloke, and he gave you a lot of time. There were a lot of people there that wanted to meet him. Like that was a big deal having Kevin come out. I don't remember the last time he was out here, but his line was quite long, and because he took a lot of time to speak to people, like people would let you, like he would let them take photos while they were signing, so they had that sort of proof of authenticity. So yeah, he was quite cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, in New Zealand, he had his bodyguards with him as well, which is a bit unusual for comic book creators. I was like, what a bodyguard! Like,
really, a bodyguard?
Yeah, like no one even knows who he is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you'd walk past him in the street and you probably wouldn't notice. Sometimes, like
he was dangerous.
Dresses casually. You know him if you like Turtles. You know him,
right?
And I like
PGM.
Brings the immunity to coming out of your shell, doesn't it? Really, thing.
Symbol and all.
Right. It's game time. Hello.
Right. Okay. Let's have a look at your games.
Right. This is just not a game. It's just a religious experience. No, I'm kidding.
Biblical.
This game is awesome. I spent hours upon hours playing this. It's like, when you watch like an Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi, you know every line, right? In some cases, right?
I love the Uncharted games, PGM.
Yeah,
I love them. Love them.
Just brilliant. It is brilliant. And to go with Neil Druckmann's storylines with The Last of Us, and the storyline is just amazing. I mean, if I could write like this, I wouldn't be here talking to you. I would have an Oscar, but that's not really important right now.
Oh, I see. So if you want an Oscar, you won't talk to us anymore. I see where this is going now, PGM. I see.
That's right, Chevy.
Gilster, don't send him that Barbie Ferrari car. Don't send it him. He's ungrateful.
Tell me a real Barbie with legs. It continues with this. I'm just hoping they'll do a third one. Really hoping they'll do the third one just to finish off the story. Please.
All right. So are you not one of those people that hates that? Because a lot of people hate the storyline.
Oh yeah, the second one is very divisive, right?
Cheers, Kieran.
Either you love it or you hate it, but I think it's got a great storyline. It continues hopefully to the third one. The third one will explain it a little bit more.
Yeah.
They are considering on doing a third one. They do another. I think they're doing a space one for Naughty Dog, and then they'll hopefully do the third one. But it's just not. It doesn't end there, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't. I mean, look, and action figures. And there's an action figure. There we go.
Yeah.
Ellie,
nice.
Oh, there, look. She's going past the screen. There we go. There's one. Not only that.
Joel.
We've got Joel.
Hello, Joel. Oh, wow. They're very good action figures. Quite expensive too.
Who made them, Mark? Was it McFarlane that made them? NECA made them. Yeah.
Ellie, when she was growing up, this is a NECA figure. So there we go. Ellie growing up. So drop this down, and then you've got, oh my God, you've got Joel. Hello, he's dead. Dead. There we go. It's brilliant. And last but not least, going backwards, we've got Drake. Nathan Drake. Look at that. They only made one.
Is very good.
Yeah, they are good figures, to be honest. Yeah, they are.
Just brilliant. I mean, This means a lot because I was waiting for this. I think it was COVID, and it was waiting for me in my flat. Don't know how anybody got in. It's beyond me. I'm the only one here. So God knows how somebody just into my
He let himself in.
on my bloody table.
Should have locked the door, Pete.
Haven't you seen Small Soldiers?
Oh, God, I need another coffee so I can get
Story.
faster in speech. I'm not listening to you. I don't
Oh.
want you to
Let me ask you a question, PJ. What did you think of the TV show of The Last of Us? Because I stopped watching it.
The first season was okay. The first season was okay. The second season was crap.
Yeah, it was really bad. It was a shame because the first one was really good, and
It was.
but the second one, no,
Oh, bloody
no.
terrible. It's like a train
Yeah.
wreck.
Yeah.
Right,
What-
off you go,
what-
Mike. I'm just waiting for you to actually bring in a bird, like you bring in a puppy when I was going last time.
Moses said you should call him Spud. I'd be calling him Spud. Spud. Oh, Matt, what's your number 3?
Hey, well, another empty box. How about that? There you go. This is from Daypol, 1988. It's the 25th anniversary of Doctor Who, but they released an actual TARDIS. I may have to get up and show you what it looks like because it's set up on my shelf. But
Right.
it's the first release, and I can tell you that because it's got that kid on it. So the first release had one little kid there playing on it, and the second had a girl and a boy. But this was a present, my 50th birthday present from the lovely Leanne. And I seen this in a Doctor Who magazine way back in the 80s, and you could just dream about it and just go, I'm never going to get that. Like, how do you get that? And then I obviously spoke to Leanne about it, and she surprised me on my 50th with that. It's a complete set. So I'll just see if I can quickly show you. I'll just turn my camera around, and that's it there. Actually, I'm going to go around. Okay, is that all right?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Excuse if you see legs or any crap like that, but I'll get around. All right. Tell me.
Mike, show us your puppy. Show us your puppy.
Here you go. So can you see that?
Yeah. Hang on.
Okay, so it's got a switch on it. Don't fall over, Mel. Oh, it's failed. It's a fail.
Go a bit higher, Matt.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're talking 80s here. So
Matt, go a bit higher on your camera, Matt. Go a bit higher. They are perfect.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah. And we've got another one over here for the TARDIS.
Bit higher.
There we go.
Like that.
Stay there. Stay there. Yep.
It sounds like a bloody vacuum cleaner. But anyway, that's it. That's the 25th anniversary Doctor Who set. You can see that all good.
Yeah.
It came with these figures and a canine. So canine's like a friction canine. Can you see canine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you pull him back, and he follows this rail around. So you pull him back, and he goes around. So that's anyway, very basic 1988 toy. But it was a bit special and nostalgic because I've always wanted it, and Leanne surprised me on my 50th with this set, and I love it. It still works. I actually had to do a bit of maintenance on it, but it's really cool. I love it. There you go. That's my number 4. I'm going to switch it back around now.
Good job, Leanne.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that's
Sarah.
awesome. It's awesome that, you know what I mean, when your missus gets you something like that. That's brilliant.
We have to give a shout out to all our missuses because I was saying to my wife,
I've got one.
Sarah, I was saying to my wife, Sarah, I said, I'm putting together these lists for best pickups of 25, and now I've got to do shabbies, like best pieces in my collection. I'm like, half the pieces you bought me.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I was like, dang, I didn't really realize it until I still sat down and did it. So shout out.
It only happened to me once, right? So my wife will ask me, what do I want, for Christmas and so forth. So I always ask for the most expensive thing because I know she'll buy it for me. Do you know what I mean? So, but there was one time years ago, our Suki, she's 19 now, she was 6. That's all she was. And we were in England at the time. And Jenna found me something and she couldn't believe she found it. She got it from the guy. She went round to pick it up and so forth. And I didn't know about this for weeks and weeks and weeks. Anyway, pick up my daughter from school, and Jen said, before we go home, I've got to pick up your Christmas present if you want. And I was like, all right. And I was fascinated, like, because my wife is not a pop culture enthusiast. She, you know what I mean? She likes what I do and so, but she's not interested at all. So for weeks I was thinking, what she bought me? What she done? What she got? Anyway, we pull up to the car, and my wife gets out of the car and goes into this house, and I'm sat there with my daughter and my son, and my son goes, where's she going, Dad? I said, I don't know. She's just gone to pick something up. And my daughter goes, yeah, she's picking up that attach she got you for Christmas. straight like that. So it's just the funniest thing ever. She kept it quiet for weeks. Radio Suki just went, yeah, he's got you an attach for Christmas. All right, fair enough. Put it on blast. I know, I couldn't believe it. Anyway, Phil, what's your number 3, my friend?
All right. On the 3rd day of Christmas, Santa gave to me a sound wave. And a panga tree.
What the France? Look at that.
So I have nostalgia for this. Is what basically started my adult toy collecting journey. Basically, so this is pretty much the first thing I picked up about the middle of 2020 when COVID hit. I started collecting, and I just like the box art, like the old school G1 box. And I was always a Decepticons guy, so I saw this online and just fell in love with it. Soundwave was always my favorite character as a kid. I never had a Soundwave, and me being such a novice, when I purchased this, I thought this was an original 1980s G1 Transformer. I got it, and then as you can see up here, it's got this sign here. It's an encore, so it's actually a reissue, and they were released in 2007, but it's in beautiful condition.
Well, it's nearly 20 years old now, Phil.
Yeah, I mean it's almost getting some vintage age now. But yeah, it's just my absolute favorite piece in my Transformers collection. I do have a few old school 80s G1 Transformers too, but as a complete package, I always loved the Cassettrons. As a kid, they were a few that my parents could afford to get me, because your Transformers were so expensive in New Zealand. I think they're probably expensive everywhere, but my parents could never afford any of the bigger ones. So I had the combiners and a few of the cassettes, and I always wanted a Soundwave. I never got them. So this was the first thing that I wanted to get, 5 years ago. And I thought this would probably be it. I'd buy this, and that would be all the toys that I'd buy. And here I am 5 or 6 years later, still going
it's still
strong.
got the artwork on the back as well then for the reissue.
Yeah, it's got the artwork on the back.
Yeah.
So
reissues and so forth. That's not an issue to me. Get it? You know what I mean? It looks fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
I think some are better than others, but this Encore series in particular is very, very good. And it's still, the quality I think is as good as the original release.
I agree. Rob's saying himself he loves his reissue Soundwave. So there you go.
It's got like the metallic pieces and
beautiful.
Yeah, I love it. And I'm just a sucker for the packaging and the artwork as well.
He's one of those G1s you think of, innit, Phil? Soundwave, Optimus. He's up there, isn't he? Was I forgot the name. Bloody Transformers. I was going to say Thundercats. Was Transformers big for you boys when you were kids?
The first, when it was on TV, that G1, that cartoon, we loved it. Every Saturday morning, we got in there and watched it. And I know this is a little bit controversial, but when that movie came around and it started killing off a lot of those originals, for me, my brothers and I, we lost interest. So after that, we lost interest in Transformers.
Even though it's 40 years, I remember I being 11 seeing 85 Transformers, and I wasn't pissed off or anything. Like, I was just like, what's happened when he died? I was looking at our side.
I'll come back. No,
what's happened? It was weird because it's not even halfway through the movie. It's like the first 20 minutes of the movie, and you're like, what?
My brothers and I were devastated. We'll go back and watch the show next week, and they'll be all alive again. It's all right.
Yeah. But it was just because they kept. It wasn't like it is now. There was really no spoilers. You never knew what was going to happen until you turned up, and then you were like, what's happening? It's so weird.
You don't understand as kids that it's just basically to reboot the toy line and get new characters into the toy line.
Yeah.
We don't understand.
Anyway, Wade and Lee, What's your number 3? Hey, that's, look at that. It rhymes, Mike. Do you hear that, Mike? Hip hop star.
I've just seen what he's pulled out.
Right.
3.
I hope it's a toy, Wade.
It's a family show, like you said, Chevy. It's a family show.
You be asleep.
Here we go. Ready?
Wow.
Robo Skull. Look at him pulling out the big gun.
Wow.
Yeah. So, little backstory with this. I saw it online on Trade Me, which is our local eBay, and nobody was really bidding. I had no idea what it was. It was really cheap. I want to say like $35. I put a bid on it. Yeah, it was like a pickup, ridiculously. And I just thought, looks so cool. I couldn't believe nobody bid on it. Picked it up. Pretty happy with it. And then pretty much had to do my research. Like, what is this? You know?
What?
So come to find it's pretty cool. Everybody wants it. And I just really, really lucked out to find it. So,
$35.
That's about 20 US. I think that works out to be.
Oh, Mike. I don't know whether to love him or hate him, to be honest.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Another eye gun. It's missing the thing off the bottom and most of the attachments for these wings. So
who cares?
Yeah, but
it's the coolest. Yeah, it's super cool. The Robo Skull.
Still got a lot of the stickers, and funnily, when I bought it, I didn't really have any GI Joes or anything. I just bought this and thought that's really cool. And since then, a few GI Joe guys found out I have it, and I thought,
whoa, Lee. That's Action Force, mate, not GI Joe. I don't. When the UK lads watch this tomorrow, you'll get so many messages saying, "What did you say, Lee?"
Well, yeah. In fact, I've actually started collecting Action Force since. So.
Oh man, it's awesome!
But you know, the Joe boys obviously want it, and
they do.
Offered to buy it for me, and I sort of thought, yeah, maybe I should sell it to them. And then I thought, well, do you know what? I reckon that, and I have had toys and sold them and regretted it. And I thought, if I sell this, I'll regret it. And so I've just kept it. And then since then, I've picked up a few Action Force figures like the Jeep and some of the SAS guys and things like that. And I just think it's just one of my cool pieces. And again, I have no nostalgia for it, but it just looks so cool. And,
I think that's one of the biggest bargains I've ever heard. That $35 for a Robo Skull, that is unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. And you know what I would say is probably like less than a handful in this country. I wasn't so. Yeah, I'm pretty lucky to have it, to be honest.
Oh, very lucky, mate. It's a beautiful piece. It really is. That's a grail for most of the lads, especially. And going back to Joe lads, when they get into the Action Force, that's the one they want. But even in that condition, I bet it's not worth anything less than $400. It's an expensive piece, mate. It really is. I know Pixel Dan picked one up, and that cost him £800, which is like nearly $1,000.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool video of him getting to meet the designer and everything.
Yeah. I met him. He signed my Action Man at Joe Fest last year. He's a really nice Bob Breakin, a really nice fella.
Yeah, he looks like really cool.
He was. Yeah. But that's beautiful. Yeah, good. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what to say. That's awesome.
Hey, Lee, do me a favour. Get onto Instagram, send Andrew a picture of that, and go, look what I've got for $35 New Zealand. That'll wind the shit out of him. That'd be awesome.
All right. So next up is my number 3. So part of an art swap that I did with someone. So I'm on Comic Art Fans, which is a website where everyone basically shares all the original comic art they own, and then people go in there and try to be the big swinging people and say, I've got this, I've got that, and things. And sometimes you'll get these weird messages about pictures of art that you've got, and they'll say, I want to buy it off you, and you're like, okay, how much are you willing to pay? So one guy asked one of my Dark Horse Conan pages, and he said, I'll offer you $2,500 for it. What? I said, that doesn't make any sense. I paid $200 for it about 4 years ago. And then I said, I'm really after this. I just thought he was having me on. I'm really after one of these Conan. I mean, I'd love something like this, the original of like a Conan back. And he goes, and then about a year later, he messaged me. He goes, I really want this page you've got. He said, I've got this original cover of Conan, and I'll give you $1,200 as well. But I said, I messaged a comic art dealer. I said, you know this guy? I said, yeah, no, he's fine. Go ahead and deal with him. So I ended up getting this shipped to me via DHL.
Wow.
I've forgotten the box or the which is absolutely one of my favourite people. I've been a big fan of Barbarians and Conan. It's very cool. You know, just looking at the original and the shading and the pencil.
Very cool, yeah.
Very cool. So
$1,200.
I got that at 1,200 USD, which I bought.
I tell you what to do. Offer Lee $45 for that Robo Skull.
We do feel bad when someone will post something really rare on Tradey like eBay. I mean, they'll get these offers come in, like even it'll be lowballing rules for $20 or $30 or something rather. And you do feel sorry for ones which do accept it, and then they'll see it back up straight away, you know, the next day on marketplace for 10 times the amount or something. So I feel sorry for those people that.
Yeah. It depends on where you go. I went to, remember this story, Mark? I went to that Christmas fair. It's like a church fair, and I walked in and they were selling 11 of the last 17 Star Wars figures for $2 each. And I was like, all right. And they were in mint condition, absolutely mint. And I just couldn't believe it. And there was just some woman, and it was all donated stuff. So it's like I don't know what we call it in America, like a jumble sale or a, you know what I mean? Just a church thing. This fella puts his bag down, opens it up, and I'm going, oh, yeah, Star Wars. So, hang on a minute, carbonized hand. I'm all right, fair enough. And then, hang on, Imperial Dignitary. And I found 11 of them, $2 each. That's only one.
Wow.
All right, fair enough. You know, we believe that Robo Skull is a magnificent piece. $35 I know, that's crazy. Right, Mike, what's your number 3?
Oh, hang on, I gotta get my picture ready. Dun, 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 dun. You see it on screen?
Yeah, got it. First of all, I just want to say I've loved tonight. This has been brilliant. I knew this would be good. You're showing some awesome stuff. You really are. Right, Mike?
We're going with vintage. Now, I'm trying in the best way I can to get the whole 12. I can't get 13. That's the Vlix. I'll probably get a fake one. But so far, it's not 8. It's 7.5 because I'm missing the R2-D2 and the coin. But I also need TIG from, size from, A-Wing pilot, and I don't know, someone else. Yeah, well, that's as far as I got. The most expensive one on there is where is he? I'll zoom right in on his picture. Uncle Gundy. There he is there. I bought that. He's on the foreign card back. The La Guerra de Estoles. Yeah, I bought that in an auction from Oberon Auctions. Yeah.
Does that bother you, Mike?
Pardon?
Does it bother you? It's a foreign card?
No. Actually, I like the foreign card backs better.
Okay.
This one here, you can see there's a coin in there. That's a fake coin. That's the real coin in the packet. But he is missing the strap on him as well, and I've got a fake bubble in there to cover that up. And that's a custom card back, but that's a real Boba Fett. That one right there. Yeah. So this is something I've been trying to work on. It's taken me years and years. And obviously sometimes I just get the coin or just get the card back and just get the figure. So some of them I can put all together. Some of them mint on card sealed. But yeah, I'll get there eventually.
You know, I never had these as a kid. Ever. I've had Star Wars figures after Star Wars, but never the Droids ones. And I always think to myself, Mike, maybe I should get these or whatever, but I don't know what it is. Sometimes the price of these, and because I've got no nostalgia to it, I'm like, but they are beautiful figures.
The C-3PO is the one I forgot. C-3PO is the one I missed. C-3PO and R2-D2 as well. I got the card back, but yeah, that card back of R2-D2 is also the La Guerra de Estoles, which is the Canadian card back.
They're beautiful. They really are. Yeah. Did any of you lads have these droid figures when you were kids?
No.
It's funny that, isn't it? Yeah.
Gone. Mike, how can you tell the difference between that Boba Fett and like a Star Wars Boba Fett? Like, is there a difference?
You can't. They're exactly the same figure. The money is in the fact that the figure is sealed onto an original droid's card back. Yeah. So the difference is that is like, you got Jedi card back with a Boba Fett on it, $500. Boba Fett on a droid's card back, $5,000.
It's the same with the A-Wing pilot, isn't it?
A-Wing pilot's very expensive as well.
Yeah.
And C-3PO as well. C-3PO is hectic.
Yeah, you
just
just
to get
saw
an
that box.
R2D2, it's about $600 for the R2D2.
But the A-Wing is exactly the same as the last 17 A-Wing, isn't it?
Yeah, so I can get one for between $200 and $500 for an A-Wing pilot, depending on how much nose rubber's on him. But if he's attached and sealed to a voice cardback, it's $1,000.
Yeah, Stu found one. Well, he didn't buy it, but it was an A-Wing box in the Droids box. It wanted £1,000 for it, which is what, about $1,500. So yeah, it was expensive. That so he wasn't happy that he didn't get it. Do you know what I mean? He wanted that so bad. But awesome, Mike, absolutely brilliant.
I mean, that's my vintage one that I've been working on for ages, and eventually I'll get it all done. I was doing a series on my channel with it, but I'll get
you
back
were.
to that eventually. Yeah, I've been wasting my money on a lot of footy cards. Too many footy cards.
Yeah, that's all I can do. Just show you footy cards, right? These are
this guy here, he won the Clive Churchill medal. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. It's signed. Look on the back here. It's number 90 in the world.
Put it down. Bloody
out of all the cards you could have shown.
Rubbing it in your face. Go the Broncos.
Let me. We've seen some bargains on it. I can't believe some of the stuff you've got and the price of it. But is there a thing that you've really, really wanted, but you've had to say no? It was, or have you just bought it because you found it?
Then it's all at once. I don't know. I don't know if I can answer that.
Yeah,
you know, because I was saying about Phil with that Takara car before. Jeff wanted it so bad, but he had to say no. I just can't do it. I just can't. And he was back and forth to that vending place for 3 days. You know what I mean? But have you ever done, or do you just go, well, I'll never see it again, and I'll never do this, and so you'll just buy it?
Yeah, I've got a couple of regrets of things that I've seen online, and the price has just been. I've thought about it for a couple of days, and then when I've decided yes, I will do it, I go back and it's gone. So you snooze, you lose. It's like if it's a fair enough price, I think you've got to. And it was actually on reflection, looking at the prices of what I was looking at now, it was a fair price, and yeah. I do have a couple of those regrets.
Yeah, you do though, don't you? Like, and it doesn't leave you, does it? You still remember, like, oh,
I know.
Picked up that and so forth.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Do you not have any, Matt? I'm surprised you don't. You got think of some that our your collections are.
Probably at the time, I probably passed on some things, and then but since then I've picked them up. So there's nothing really that I in recent years that I haven't. So I've knocked back, and then I've that I haven't got since.
Yeah. Wade and Lee, what about you guys?
Just probably I can think back to some auctions that I was bidding on for things I wanted, and I just sort of thought, nah, it's a bit too high. And really, and I'm thinking 10 years later, it's like I was an idiot. I just, I should have just put another $40, won it, and box race gun for I think went for about $140. And I just thought, oh, that's too much. I already have a Grayskull. Like, what do I need? I'm just paying for another one plus a cardboard box. But
I love the cardboard box of it though.
What was the story you're telling me that there was something closing and when you're busy playing football on the PlayStation or something rather?
Oh, that was a Turnier, yeah. So there was I didn't have it at the time, and I'd set an alarm, and then I had a mate come over, and we were playing on PlayStation 2, playing Grand Theft Auto 2 player, and I'd never tried it. It was like, oh, what can we do? Let's do some crazy shit on GTA. And in the meantime, I missed my timer, and I missed out on the auction, and it sold for $170.
Oh. I saw one at Joe Fest for $3,000. What?
Really?
I tell you what, right? From now on, every time I look for someone, I'm just going to phone Lee, see if Lee can get it for me. 5 minutes, 170 for that. Very cheap.
Way back in the day, right? Because like somebody was saying before, COVID, everything just died, And because it's so long, in my mind, I still think, $300 for an action figure is stupid. Like, I want to pay $80, $70.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not 2005 anymore. If you want a rare figures, you've got to pay like hundreds of dollars now.
Definitely, mate. Definitely. Right. Well, anyway, let's get to number twos.
can't find it.
So this time in number 2, I'm going to start off with PGM because PGM sent some photos. So what are these, PGM?
These are the, sorry, they're a little bit small, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay. That's me in the background there. See there? That little man there? Not him. Him.
Him?
This is my I'm kind of proud of this because it's just me, this little old me in New Zealand. I know people are going to say, hey, everybody was in these movies. It's just not you. I was in these movies as well. So this is Waterhorse. I was in the pub scene in this one.
Right.
One of the pub scenes. And there's a very, I've seen you a montage of the films that have been in here. And I'm quite proud of these, you know.
That's you there.
The smallest non-commissioned officer in the United States Army. Trembling up the stairs. That's me there. Oh my God. Oh my God, what a day that was. 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Start, 4 a.m. finish.
What movie is this?
On the Emperor. Emperor was starring Tommy Lee Jones and Matthew Fox. Filmed here in New Zealand. It's about 1945 Japan's surrender. It's pretty good, and it's a true story. And I got cast as one of the smallest non-commissioned officers in the in the flippin' Navy. This is King Kong. This is the first vaudeville scene, laughing man scene. I'm in there with my hand like this.
Is that you there?
It's me there in the background. This was a cool scene. We didn't. We thought that Naomi Watts was going to be there on set. She wasn't. It was her double. Bugger. Anyway,
that's Naomi Watts' double.
Yeah, that's
he looks nothing like her.
Yeah, no, it's weird, isn't it? She can change like this. She's a chameleon. But that was good. See, that was good. That was on location, not on set. And then going flicking through them. This was on Mortal Engines. I'm right there with the long hair. Still got long hair. And I was being a slave in this cage.
That's you right there.
It's me right there. And that was quite good set. That's when Peter Jackson got up from his camera and says, because I was in another scene, and they put me right on the it was going to be on camera or in camera, right, as an extra. He popped up from his camera and says, "No, we can't use this guy. His face is too distracting." So they moved me. They moved me down the where nobody could see me. Anyway, it's a long story. Go and see my stand-up. There's a joke in there somewhere. That's
just let me go. Okay. Right, okay, the next one. Right. What's this one?
This is Avatar. You cannot see me at all. This is a crowd scene. This is when they started to go to war. I was a miner in this. Way back there somewhere. I don't know where I am, but it was a good scene. And it's marching off the war to die on the planet or get booted off.
Right.
So that was quite packed scene. I didn't get to meet Sigourney Weaver as in another scene. She passed me so many times, so many times. We weren't allowed to talk to her.
Why? Hang on. Why are you not allowed to talk to her?
Extras are not allowed to talk to any big stars.
Really?
You can't. And it's forbidden. Right? Wow. I mean, there was one extra who actually picked up and started to play with one of the guns on Avatar, and he got shoot out really badly.
Well, that I can understand if you're messing about with the props
in front of us all. So his name was mud on that day. But anyway, this was The Hobbit. Can't see me. I'm over there somewhere roasting a spit on a spit. Pig on a spit. That's one. So this was a deleted scene, but still, it's a fun scene. It's a really fun scene. Go and see it at extra edition. There we go. Onwards, Shabby. Let's make this quick. And this is An awesome scene. I couldn't believe I was on camera. I couldn't believe this little Nelson, New Zealand, South Island, on this bloody big film where all New Zealanders and Australians and all this international people came over to be orcs or be soldiers or be elves. And here's little old me in Samwise Gamgee's wedding. There we go. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's memories. I love them. I may it continue. I'm looking forward to actually auditioning for Hunt for Gollum because I am. I really want to further my fledgling career. Fledgling, underline fledgling. Back on the road again, and off we go. We goes. Phil, over to you, bro.
There's a round of applause almost.
I got a minute. I think I've got something for you.
There's an Oscar there.
There you go.
Right on, Pete. How do I follow that? All right.
I'm glad you get to go after him, Phil.
On the second day of Christmas, Santa gave to me. So probably my favorite, I guess, toy-related franchise of all time. The first figures I had as a kid were Masters of the Universe. Web Store was always my favorite figure. I'm lucky enough to have a complete Web Store and a Web Store on card. But my number two is something a little bit different, and Shabby may be able to relate to this a little bit because I think he might have a custom figure too. I've got a custom Filator Masters of the Universe figure. Now, this was made by a good friend of mine, Adam, who runs the Go Figure YouTube channel. Yeah. And back in the good old days, me, him, and Zazel, we used to do a stream called Mo Tuesdays. We haven't.
And it was a great stream, Phil. It was a great stream.
Like you were mentioning before, the issue with time zoning, I
know exactly.
Adam's in Canada, Zazel's in Australia, I'm in Japan, and just trying to coordinate things to actually run a stream is near on impossible. So we haven't had one for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, Adam created this for me, as seen on Mo Tuesdays there at the bottom. So cool. Even on the back, it's got sort of a character card. It's got a little bit of a backstory. His name is heard only in stories and whispers. A warrior so deadly and fierce, it is debated whether he is fact or fiction. Filator uses his mystique and skills to serve King Randor and the forces of good. And he's even got the cross-sell figures on the back here.
Yeah. So, how nice of him to do that for us. So I was blown away. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the first time that I received a gift or a figure where I was almost sort of choked up. Like I was just so impressed by it. And it came just before Christmas a couple of years ago when I was going through a quite a bit of turmoil in my personal life, and this just came at the right time for me, and it's very, very special, and it's one of a kind. And for me, it's a bit of nostalgia about when I started collecting. I never knew that starting a YouTube channel, I'd made all these amazing friends around the world, and this is kind of represents all of that in figure form. So
I couldn't agree more. Yeah,
that's why it's my number two. And
it was nice, wasn't it? Because he did it with me with Rio Blast, and he asks you questions, doesn't he? Then he puts a story on it and all. Yeah, mine's exactly the same as that, but obviously a different figure. So brilliant. So
you got your figure as well, Shabby?
Do you want me to show you mine? Do you want me to show it you?
Yeah, show me yours.
I really hope it's the figure that you're showing.
So on the back, if you guys, do you remember Kelly, Sergeant Slaughter's daughter? So she used to be on Zazel's show a lot. So that's Slaughteress is another character he made. Thunder from Down Under punch Zazel. So a few of Gaz, who was in the chat earlier. Gazilla is Whiplash. Gazilla. Yeah.
How are the heads done, Phil?
I've never taken this out of the packaging, Lisa. I'm not sure Harry's done it.
Scratch, yeah.
Yeah, he's used a bit of sculpting, I think.
Yeah, I think he sculpted.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's mine. So he did the same thing for me.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
You know, and then he even put the weapon in a bag, bless him, and so forth.
Yeah.
And then when you turn it around,
brilliant.
And what did mine say? Mine says, raised to be one of the fiercest gladiators in Eternia, Blastord learns that Skeletor is using the arena to train his evil warriors and hatches a plan for He-Man to bring down the arena for good. But same thing again. There's you, Phil, right there.
World famous. Yeah.
Do you know
brilliant.
what I mean? So, yeah, it was a really nice thing that he did, wasn't it? So, but
do
you think they'll ever come back doing the Mo2, Phil? Do you think?
Yeah, we've talked about it numerous times, and we've come this close so many times, and for whatever reason, something comes up and it just hasn't turned out. So
yeah,
hopefully 2026, start of a new. I mean, yeah, honestly, we haven't had a Mo Tuesday stream for it's at least a year and a half now. So we're definitely due to reset them up. And
yeah, my Mo2, as you can see, if I can turn my camera, it's gone massive. It's all that. There's some big, to go above it, it's all down there and so forth. So I've gone mental with it. But I had this thing, I don't know, it's a weird thing, Matt, right? So I was thinking about the movie coming in, I thought, if I don't get it all now, and this movie does well, it's
exactly.
So I'm trying to explain this to my wife. Do you know what I mean? She's looking at me like I'm an idiot. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I have to get it now because it'll be $200 by the time. It's just like, whatever, Shabby. Do you know what I mean? So perfect. Those are two major collector's items. Yeah, it was nice for him to do it, though. It was nice. Though. He's a lovely bloke, though. If you don't know who Go Figure is, he's lovely. He's, and I meet up with him every Joe Fest. I have done for the past 4 years. And Zazel's a dead nice bloke, too. Really, really nice. And they take the families with them. I think they take the boys with them and so forth. And they're just generally, yeah. But I think the majority of us in this group are like that, aren't we? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter where you go, where you're from. You're just lovely blokes. You really are. Right. Thank you for your number 2 there, Phil. Yep. Wade and Lee, what's your number 2?
Oh, Lee's digging into his box of dreams and treasures. Don't know what he's coming out with.
Hold on.
Drum roll.
Drum roll, yeah.
Oh, I just got a glimpse of it then.
Bear with me.
Well done.
Sectors!
He was putting the glove on.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was that glove you put on?
Yeah, the glove.
That's
Very cool. So, Sectors was a toy line that as a kid I, was into. Never really, only had the one small figure with the little bug. And then, quick story, I don't know what year it was, but you guys will be able to pick the year. I stayed at my friend Brent's house. That day we went and saw Labyrinth at the movies. And then after the movies, his mum took us to a toy store in Christchurch. And it was called Teddy's Toy Box. And I've never heard of it or been there since. And we went there and they had the Sectors puppet things on clearance for $5 each.
Oh.
Like, when did Labyrinth come out? Because the further that
86
story,
Labyrinth.
What I remember, and I could be wrong, but I remember we went back to his house and we bought 2 each. So I bought 2, he bought 2. We got all 4 of them, and we went back to his house. And then that night we watched Bad, the premiere of Bad on TV by Michael Jackson. So I don't know if that applies in, but that's how I remember it. So, yeah, anyway, and we had all of them, and I stayed with them for a couple of nights, my friend, and so we had 2 each. And then by the end of the weekend, he sort of thought, these toys are a bit old. I don't know, do you really want them, Lee? And I said, yeah, I'll take yours. And so I gave him $10, and then I took all 4 home. And, yeah, loved them, just really cool.
Such a cool toy line. It's a really cool toy line.
Just keep moving the fingers. It's very hypnotic.
That is cool. What happened to you?
I just got, outgrew them and got into other toy lines. And then I think, everyone says, my mum sold them in a garage sale or whatever. Like, my mum literally gave them all my childhood toys to other children at some point. Once I had a car and wasn't worried about toys. But with this toy here also, so when I bought this one, I had to go to eBay to buy this, and it only came with 2 wings, and so it's a bit hard to catch it. So because I had the shape of the wings, I pretty much made these ones myself. So
no way,
they're pretty average, really.
You can't even tell.
They're just some flat plastic, and then to make the veins, I basically had some like hollow foil plastic. I don't know, like a thin wrap, and I sort of folded it into the shape of the veins, and then just PVA glued it to some thin plastic to make the wings. So the top 2 wings are original, so they've got like textured veins and things, and then these ones are just DIY. So yeah, and I'm always on the lookout for sectors because they all have like little accessories, pistols that go into little.
Is that the sword that I just gave you today?
No, it's not.
Oh, is that a different sword? Okay.
Yeah.
What did you think of the new ones, Lee? Did you pick up any of the new ones?
The new big puppets?
No, the nacelle sector.
Yeah. I haven't actually seen them in hand yet because they haven't really been available here.
Right.
And, they've been quite pricey, and I have looked on eBay, and so they did like the unreleased girl character, which I would like.
Yeah, Stellara, I think. I got them all here. They're down on clearance at $8 here. That's it. And VTR bought them when he was here. So yeah.
Buy them, and ship them to him loose. He'll love them.
Yeah. They had that Walmart exclusive, the Dargon that was in the silver outfit, and so, they all just went to $8. That was it.
Well, yeah, I would love. Yeah, I'd pay $8 for them. But I just see that Nacelle just did a pre-order of. They're doing this one, and I think they're doing Dragonfly, which is Dargon's, bug, and the new ones have up eyes, and I think they still have the wing flapping feature. So I'm quite tempted on those, but they're not cheap. I think those are probably going to cost in the range of $400, maybe $500.
Wow.
So these and I don't have space, so do I really need them? I want them, but I don't know.
Such a cool figure, really cool. Yep, awesome.
I've been with sectors that I've got all the 4 bugs, and I've pretty much got all the characters now. I've got 3 of the figures on card. And before we were talking about something that we regret, and I sort of alluded that I missed out on a Castle Grayskull. I also missed out on, I think 2 of these boxed as well, around about that same time. And I think they were up to about 140, maybe 160. And I just bet. And again, so big regrets because the box, it's like, I don't know if you can kind of see how big this is. It's pretty big with the wing. And when these guys are on box, they literally look like this. They're sitting in the box, wings on. So the box is just absolutely huge with a big window box. And so that was just such a centerpiece of my collection to have those. But I think I've missed the boat with that. So
awesomely awesome.
That's my number 2.
All right, so going actually just breaking news. I just checked my emails and I saw that they're doing another Master of the Universe crossover. I think it's with NFL, or is it Transformers? I think it might be Transformers and NFL, and they look actually. So I don't know why anyone would buy those. But,
NFL and Transformers.
Does anyone remember when the Master of the Universe, the DVD sets came out? So they came out in sort of boxes, sort of season 1, part 1, season 1, part 2, and each one came with say 4 or 5 postcards of art by different comic book artists. Does anyone remember that?
Yeah.
No, I was hunting all around my toy room looking for the little postcards, and I can't find them. But anyway, so when I was at a Emerald City Comic Con in Seattle one year, I came across Michael McCone, who we already met, and I was just going through his this sort of book of original art that he had for sale, and I came across this. Hang on, this here, which is essentially the original of one of the art cards. So it's basically got almost every single Master of the Universe character on it. It's got the good guys facing off against the bad guys. So I had to buy that. He described it as, everyone that goes to these looks through this one and they just look at it and pass through it. Whereas, I love Master of the Universe, so I'm not ever going to turn down something which is well priced.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's pretty fun. It's even got Lizard Man on, of all people. You can
That's amazing. That's super cool.
Yeah, and Roboto's got web store front and center.
This was the Filmation DVDs.
Yeah, this is the Filmation came out. Yeah.
Wow.
I remember who put them out. I've got more in a box in the garage. Yeah, BCI. Yeah, BCI put them out. Then they did the She-Ra ones, and they did the New Adventures of He-Man as well.
And the spines of the DVD boxes combined.
They all combined to match up to make a very nice picture.
Yep.
So that's fun. It's a nice enough. Yeah, it's another. That's what I like about the originals. It's just a one-off.
That's awesome. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. I tell you what, I can't. I just thought you coming up with action figures. I've got this. So you showed some awesome stuff.
I've gone through phases. Things, but it's like original comic art was something I skipped out of when COVID happened. So
yeah.
Not so much of it. Go back. Sometimes I just play up my folders and look through and go, "Holy crap, this is amazing!" Layers in.
yeah. I know the feeling. That was brilliant. Right, KOC. What's your number 2?
All right, number 2 is people. If people know me, they know that I love Ray Harryhausen, and anything that he does is just brilliant. I think I've watched his movies 100 times each, but this is my number 2 because this is basically the only Ray Harryhausen toys, like an actual proper toy line you can get. He does have his tail.
You are showing the big guns tonight. Honestly, this is amazing what you're showing. Wow.
Right. Yeah, so there's his, it's not broken. Like sometimes, a lot of the time, these tails are broken, but I love the Kraken. I mean, it goes down there with the display you see down there. Like we kind of got a display going down there with it all, with the Clash of the Titans figures. But yeah, I mean, it's very basic. I mean, you just got your movement with each of the 4 arms on ball joints and the way he spins. You got to just watch these fins as well. But I mean, what else can I say? I don't think these came to Australia. So when I found out that this actually existed, it hit the radar, and I needed to get it from America basically. But just as I was about to pull the pin, I'd saved up all this money, and then I thought I might do one last look on eBay. And there was this guy selling it in Bankstown, which is probably about an hour and a half drive for me to come down and go. So it was from his personal collection from when he was a young fella. So I guess it's no better person to go to, another like a collector who will look after it. And so yeah, that was that. And so that goes on there and doesn't do much, just absolutely massive. Yeah, but I know it's a lot of people's holy grail. Look at those ads.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Freaking ripped. But,
I know Scooby's been after one for ages. Do you know what I mean? I don't. Yeah, I think he might have one now, but he was after that thing for a long time. Yeah.
You should have just asked Lee. You would have got one for $20.
Let me check. Oh, $15. Thank you.
Lee, you got a flag. It might be 50.
Brilliant. Right, usual Mike. What's your number 2? Got it right here.
Ta-da! It's a very modern toy, but just the fact that it came out at the right time when I wanted a Han Solo exactly like I had as a kid on a card back, and they delivered with this first wave of the retro collection. I love it. It's just something that everything that you go and search for in the Star Wars line, this is like the mint condition version of it, even though it's, but I think in my time that there in, before I leave the planet, that'll be like over $10,000 is what you're looking at. I mean, it's not now, but eventually over time, if I leave it in that condition, make it perfect, we can see it be $10,000.
I love these too. I was a big fan of retro collection. I got these as well. I just think they were awesome. So and for example, everything you've just said, it was an opportunity to get a brand new mint sort of something I had as a kid. Do you know what I mean? Without breaking any banks. What were these in America? What were these in Australia? They were $9.99 over here. That was it.
They were $25 each.
Wow.
Australian.
Just a little bit more over here. A little bit more of it, yeah.
Did you carry on with this line, Mike? Did you carry on getting them? Because I know the Hasbro Pulse has just done I
have every single retro collection figure, even the ones that come in the boxes, except for the Acolyte. I don't have, and I probably won't get the Acolyte figures because I don't think that's Star Wars, in my opinion.
But I agree with these. These are beautiful. They really are. Yeah. Yeah, because I know they got stop, but I was never one of those people. I just liked him for what they were, and then everyone was complaining about the scuff marks on the cardboard. But that to me just tells you it's a retro one. It's not meant to be exactly.
It's
like
got to look different from the original version.
Yeah,
I mean, this
yeah.
big red sticky gives it away. But people
Did you ever
always
get
worry
bothered by
about
the red stickers, Mike? Did you ever? I wasn't bothered. Matt was a ZSR co-host. He used to take them all off. He didn't like them.
I removed one with a hairdryer in one of my videos. I think I did. Yeah, I removed the retro sticker.
Yeah, beautiful. Did any of the SU boys get these retro collections? Anybody?
I bought a couple of them. I bought
Yeah.
a couple of them when they came out, but I mainly bought characters that you never got before.
Yeah.
I know Andrew from Keep On Collecting. He was over the moon because he found a tub that had all these in them in a toy show. A couple of months ago, he had that first wave, and he was like, "Oh, I'm going to take them," and they were like $10 each. So that was a really good score.
Yeah, brilliant, Mike. Great number 2. Plastic Power says checking the sell sites. It's $152 US for both flying creatures and the Spidrax figure with light up eyes. Yeah, Big Bad Toys as well. Check there. I know that they're selling the creatures and so forth.
Did you notice, Mike and Sherry, that they actually went back to the originals for the retro collection?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I know they're just on layer now. They're just on layering that cap, which I like. I know a lot of people said, "Oh, I didn't mind it." I think
Because Acolyte figures, retro figures, did not sell at all. I don't think, or they just got.
Neither did Book of Boba Fett didn't sell real well either.
They're in our Ollie's over here for $3.99. Then, Mike, that was it, $3.99 for him. And the thing is, though, to me, if you're going to do a retro collection, I liked it when it first started, like the Snowspeeder Luke and the Tarkin, and adding things on, and then giving us the original figures. Doing things like Book of Boba Fett or Ahsoka, I was a bit like,
it's
not really,
hit and miss, isn't it? It's really hit and miss with some collectors, right? So it's just like,
yeah, but they're fine. What's your number 2, Dean?
All right, my number 2 is a birthday present I received, and I got this just over a year ago. So this is a pristine. This is how I got a little display case of the original He-Man with his comic book.
Super cool.
I'll just take him out so we get rid of all that glare. So this actually was a birthday present from Matt and Andrew from Keep On Collecting and Scott Crusher. So they had sneakily checked my Motu collection, and I never got He-Man because I always wanted a really nice example to be like at the front of the collection. The rest of it's dodgy as, but He-Man, they went.
Brilliant figure. Just look at it. Just super cool.
Just an incredible, clean.
That's in good condition. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, like this thing's so good, and they put it in a little case, and like this is literally the only comic book I've got from Motu. So yeah, I got the original comic, super clean, He-Man.
Yeah,
and then they put him in this little display, and that was just happy birthday, and I was like, no way.
Yeah, that's super cool. Super cool, that mate. Really is. What a great present. Yeah. This year asked for a Land Rover. That's fantastic. Gilza says, still waiting for the Andor retros, Mike. What do you think?
I mean, they've already said they're not doing anything but OT now.
Well, I hope so. Just stick with that. Yeah, because we were talking about on ZSR today about Galaxy's Edge going old school now. They're going back to the OT and they're changing the ride to the OT, and Darth Vader's going and all that sort of stuff. So I think they've learned themselves, haven't they? Especially when everyone goes and it's empty. Maybe they think, maybe we should try something else. Do you know what I mean? So we'll just see. Well, anyway, we've got down. Oh, this is kind of exciting. To your number 1. Considering this is a 2-hour show, we're now 20 minutes off 3 hours. I think everyone's just amazing. Honestly, the stuff you've shown tonight is blown me away. I'm like, wow, man. I don't think I can do another one of these now. Can you imagine? I'm like, well, it's all right, whatever. But anyway, Dean, I've got you, big my friend. So what's your number 1?
I have to load. I'm loading 2. So just do whatever one you want first.
Well, do you want me to come back to you then, pal?
No, it should be there now. Well, actually, make me big.
I've got it.
My number 1 is...
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Make you big right there.
My number 1 is the Team and T Playmates Technodrome playset. Too big for me to get down, but so I got this for Christmas 2 years ago. I never got this when I was a kid, and what I was talking about earlier, where our partners buy us something that completely just take your breath away. So this was wrapped up underneath the Christmas tree, and I know Sarah had done a lot of what do you call it? A lot of like asking questions to Matt and Andrew and Scotty Crusher, trying to find out, is this the actual thing that he keeps talking about and doesn't shut up about? and the boys found one, and then Sarah found one, and then they got together and they finally found one, and it was complete. And getting one of these complete these days is quite tricky. There's a lot of little parts inside. So if you show that photo of the playset open, Shabby, that other photo, mate.
I've only got that one, mate. Oh, hang on. No, I haven't. There you go. Look at you, all professional, Dean. Nice, like it.
So it opens up. There's a lot of little pieces that go into it, like I was talking about before, Playmates and their parts. They love them. There's tiny little handcuffs too. And then we found out there's 4 pairs of handcuffs, and each of the handcuffs have 1, 2, 3, 4 written on them. So to have a perfect set, you've got to have the right numbered handcuffs to go with. You don't really. It's a bit of OCD if you want to go that far in your collecting. But opening
it's an iconic playset, though. This, isn't it? It is an iconic one, especially for Turtle fans. This is the big thing, isn't it, really? Yeah.
This is the big bad. This is where they hang out. So, like I was about to say, opening up on Christmas morning, like, kind of just brought a tear to your eye. One, that your wife had gone to all the effort to get this, but like, I hadn't opened a turtle on Christmas morning since like 1992, maybe. And it was just like, wow, serious? And it's just, And look, that's pretty much my haircut that kid has back then.
There's little Dean right there. The new retro one, is it done exactly the same way as this one, Dean? The new one that they've brought out?
I know that it is smaller.
Okay.
Overall size. I don't know if they did all the parts. I haven't really watched any of the reviews, and that kid's hair is still not like that.
He's a bit older. Well, look at this thing. He's beautiful.
So that's like the crowning sort of piece of like, when I walk in, that's a really it's a sentimental piece. It's a fantastic piece, and again, having it complete just makes it so much like sweeter, just to say, wow, there it is.
Did any of you others have the Technodrome when you were kids? I never had it.
Never had it.
No,
Still don't.
No, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Right, I'm on to you, PGM, for your number 2. I've got some pictures, so this will be good, Pete. This will be good. Here we go. So there you are.
This actually, look at that. That's a horrible. I got to say, that's the most horrible picture. It popped up. Anyway. Besides all that, this is. I mean, when I got the call to actually be on, because it correlates to the Lord of the Rings, right? And I got called by my agent saying that we need some hobbits dressed up as not in real hobbit gear, but just costume anyway.
For the premiere, this is the premiere, right, Pete?
This is the premiere, right?
Yeah.
It was sweltering hot, summer's day, and they picked quite a few of us, right? They had Rohan soldiers, they had elf soldiers, so we were, picked to actually do hobbits. So we got to go last as the procession went down this huge red carpet through Cuba Street, through Courtney Place in Wellington City, up to where the embassy was. The reception procession, thousands upon thousands of people were just caked in Courtney Place, and just walking up and on this red carpet. It was amazing seeing all these people, going, just grabbing you and saying, "You don't even know me. I'm just hot." It's fantastic. I mean, this was all day.
Pandemonium.
How did they go, Pete? How did they go? Just make that noise again. How did they go? I'll clip that tomorrow. Thank you, PGM.
That's like being on drugs.
It was amazing. It was really, really amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Look at that.
massively amazing for New Zealand. Peter Jackson actually put filmmaking, our place on the map for filmmaking. Right, even the premiere was just enormously world driven. Right, it's people came over from overseas to actually just watch this unfold. Right,
That's
it's
incredible.
I mean, it was a day that I will never forget. It was fantastic. I loved it. I mean, we were. I think there was a picture there, Shabby. I don't know whether I actually shared it with you. That we were waiting in a. Did I give it to you? I might have not given it to you. But
no, that's the last one there, Pete. So
well, I'll explain it. We were in a holding kind of place, right? So waiting to go on, and all the hobbits were lined up on this kind of balcony kind of thing, this restaurant bar, right? And all these people who I didn't know were asking autographs, right? Left, right, and centre. It was just like, I mean, I had writer's cramp. Just like,
that's awesome, though, man. Even I've got an autographed PGM Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it's
I've got.
I was dumbfounded with all these people. I mean, I just had an amazing time. I'll never get to repeat it. And I think it's. Did
it bring the people of New Zealand together? Like they felt like they'd all done something together. Because I know that Peter Jackson, they got a lot of people from New Zealand involved, didn't he? I mean, Weta Workshop did it, and then there's a lot of people that were extras and so forth. So was it not necessarily the film itself, but the actual aura around New Zealand? Was it perfect at this time?
Oh, yeah, at the time it was a great place. I don't know whether you guys, Lee and Wade, felt it or Phil.
Yeah, the vibe around the whole country was amazing. Like I was living in Dunedin at the time, and it filtered all the way down there. And as Pete said, it basically the movie put New Zealand on the map. Even living in Japan, if I mention New Zealand to any students or anyone that I meet, the only things that they know about New Zealand is either maybe if they're into sports, they know about the All Blacks. The other thing is Lord of the Rings. That's pretty much all they know about our little country. So
yeah, that's true.
It did massive, massive things. And unfortunately, we haven't quite met those levels since then. But at the time, certainly, where I was, there was a huge buzz for it.
Are they still doing the same thing now for the Hunt for Gollum movies? Is it all New Zealand again? And is it all going to be over there? Yeah, they are.
Again. Andy Serkis is actually directing. He's actually Gollum as well. So they're bringing Ian McKellen back. They're bringing Elijah Wood back. I mean, they're in discussions of actually recasting Viggo Mortensen's part because I think he's Gollum. They are probably going to recast a couple more people, but they'll be casting for extras. I would probably say pretty. Not soonish, but in a few 3 or 4 months' time, as they actually start to film here in New Zealand at 3 or 4 months' time, because it's a 2027 release next year. So
I've got an idea. Go in dead confident and say, I don't need to show you my portfolio. What's Shabby stream? What's Shabby? And then you'll know. Do you know what I mean?
Will they recast your role, Pete?
Never.
Ever. Can't do that, Matt. Can't do that.
I'm hoping to be a trifecta and walk in as the same Hobbit.
I have that extra picture of you, Pete, that's down in the Shabby might be able to share it. I got it from AI. The shot where you're side on. I told AI to put you front on. And
no.
Yeah, there it is.
Wow, look at that.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Oh, that's you 20 years ago, PG. Look at that.
Yeah, no.
That handsome little fella. Look at that. No. That's brilliant, Mike. That's absolutely brilliant.
You need to carry AI
around. Can I use that, Chevy? Can I use handsome little fella? That's brilliant.
You can use it. Handsome little fella. That's your new channel for you, Pete. Wade and Lee, did you feel the same way as Phil and PGM?
Mike,
about the Lord of the Rings and the aura around it back then?
Yeah, Lord of the Rings felt like it brought the country more together than The Hobbit, I feel.
Yeah, it was like everybody knew somebody that had either maybe been in it or had helped with the production crew, because it was like filmed all around the country. And even just going on road trips, you'd be able to look out the window and say, oh, hey, kids, like, see over there, that's where they filmed part of Lord of the Rings. Or everyone's got a story about it.
I'm very thankful because my wife is from overseas and she came to New Zealand first because she liked Lord of the Rings. So I can, I've got that to be thankful.
See, my story's not as good. I can show you locations from where they filmed Dawson's Creek if you'd like to. Yeah, I can show you them. Do you know what I mean? But I can't show you Lord of the Rings stuff. That was brilliant. Phil, what's your number one?
All right. Well, number one. Okay. So on the first day of Christmas, Santa gave to me. So number one, go big or go home.
Here we go.
My favorite toy line of all time. I was a massive dinosaur kid, basically, and these toys came out about 1987, 1988. So I was about 7 or 8,
you're gonna show.
right at the right time for me.
Yeah.
And my favorite piece is my Dino Riders. I say Diplodocus. I think some people say Diplodocus, but I'm a Diplodocus guy. And yeah, this is probably the big one in my collection. I've got a T-Rex as well, but he doesn't have any of the armor. But this guy is all complete. Not one that I had as a kid. So again, I'm really thankful that I've got the money to buy something like this. And for people who know, the main character in Dino Riders, this guy is called Questor. He's like basically the He-Man, he's the main goodie basically. And the figure released in the US has blonde hair, but the Japanese release, he's got pitch black hair, which is quite interesting. So
wow,
a bit of a variation. And they gave all of the characters black eyes in Japan as well, as opposed to blue eyes. So yeah, that's just been another fun discovery for me over here. Again, not realizing that these were not only released, in Western markets, but over in Japan as well. So I've got the box for it too. It's very big. So the box.
How cool is it in Japanese? That looks awesome.
The boxes are different, so it's got more of a diorama with the actual toy on it. If you know Dino Riders, like the Western release has like artwork basically on the cover. So the Japanese do it slightly differently, which is quite cool. And it's got the it's one of those flip boxes, so it displays nicely in box as well.
So cool, Phil. That is awesome.
Yeah, and it's got the great artwork on the back too. I mean, look at that. I'd love to blow that up and sort of have that.
Do you have this problem though, Phil, that you've bought this and the problem is you ain't going to stop at that one? You're going to keep going with Dino Riders.
I've picked up a few since, but yeah, this is the big one in the collection. Yeah, I like plugging Dino Riders as much as I can because you don't hear people talk about it so much. I think it was a very short-lived. I mean, the cartoon wasn't overly popular. I don't think it doesn't have the lore that Motu or
well, do you think it's the accessories too? Because it's as rare as anything if you find these complete. It really is.
The worst thing about it, the armor is so brittle. Like I bought a few and basically bits and pieces have broken on transit. So it is a frustrating line to collect. And it's I know a few people have it's due a re-release. I don't know. They were produced by Tyco, I think, back in the day.
Yeah, it was the same people that did the Beanie Babies, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I think they've been bought out by Mattel. So I don't know. I don't know if there's as much of a following for Dino Riders that it will ever happen, but I mean, it's like Mask. If it did happen, I would definitely jump on board. And
I think I would. If they brought out Dino Riders again, I think I'd go for the new stuff now because, like I say, it's hard to find. Especially, I see them and I find them. Never complete, my friend. Never complete.
Phil, I got a question for you. Do you think the dinosaurs complain? They've got all that gear on their back.
Animal rights. Yeah.
So brainwashed.
Right. So there's Phil's number one. Matthew, what's your number one?
My number one is it's Space 1999. Anyone who knows me knows what my item is going to be. It always has, always will. It's going to be the Space 1999.
Yeah, that's
Eagle playset from Mattel. Sorry about the glare, but that's complete. I'm going to go in there. So those 3 figures come with it. Comes with those guns. There's you can't really see that in there. And try and move that, but you can't really see. There's a gun rack in there. It's got all its guns. I've got the box up there to kind of see the boxes kind of hanging up there as well. But I guess this was one of the first things I ever got, because I met Andrew. I was working in a video shop. I met Andrew, and this is one of the, I don't know how it came about, but he just said, about the toys, and I, said love toys, love Space 1999. He told me about this toy, and I think I was straight onto eBay. Back then, like, it was a big item back in, I think maybe 2001 when I purchased it.
Yeah, it's Mattel. Is it Mattel that made that?
Yes, Mattel made this, and so it was probably about 350, I guess, Australian back in 26 years ago. But that's my pride and joy. That as you walk in the room, people can sort of admit that they've seen this. You just walk in and there it is, bang. I love this piece. There's a new one coming out. Let me get back to me maybe when that comes out in March. There's going to be a new one. It's actually going to be, this is 2.5 foot long. The new one's going to be a little bit bigger, like 3 foot. So it's not going to fit in there. It's going to have to go up the top, I'd say. But anyway, that's my number one. Yeah, it's fantastic. I love it.
It's just the condition of it. Condition is so nice on that thing. It really is. It's just a beautiful piece.
Well, you're right. I mean, it's got yellowing, but I think they all just yellow. It's I've had to buy a couple of repro. I've taken some of the original side jets off and put repro jets on, just because they're so fragile now, the plastic. So, I love it. I don't think it'll ever be knocked off the top.
No, awesome. Brilliant. Usual Mike, what's your number one?
Oh, better change my picture. Ready?
Yeah.
There you go. There it is.
Nice.
As a kid, I never had the stand, but obviously you want to collect all the figures. There is an incorrect figure on there, which is the Bespin Luke. I do have a Farm Boy Luke, but he didn't make the photo. Yeah. Having the Stan Solo vinyl Cape Jawa, that's as close as I'll probably get to ever owning a real one. So he's on there too. But I just love this whole thing, the display. I wish I did it for Empire. I wish I did it for Jedi. I wish I did it for droids. I wish I did it for Indiana Jones. I want a stand like this. I want the figures to all look like that. You'll notice Leia's the only one, I think, and the Jawas the only ones with the weapons. The rest of them are all baggied up. And who else is missing a weapon? Oh, that Luke there. He should have some weapons somewhere, but not in this picture. But yeah, that's just, it's nostalgic. It's like, it's where Star Wars action figures started. It throws you right back to this is where it all began. That's why I love it so much.
And you're right, because they didn't make this. They didn't make this again, did they, Mike? They didn't do this again for Empire or Jedi. It was just for this. That was it.
They have a second run at one of the stands, but I think it's very similar, and it's got like Greedo's name on it.
Yeah.
And that's a really, really rare stand. That one that never ever comes up. But yeah, they did it
Did
again.
you also do this
second version of it?
Did you also do this stand mic for Joe as well, for G.I. Joe? The exactly same thing or not?
No, they did it for some dolly line, some.
I know it was another thing. It wasn't Golden Girl, was it? Or some?
Oh, something like that. It was white. Yeah. It was for girls' toys. Yeah.
Right.
Whoever Kenner had as the girls' toys, they made it in white or something, and that one's really rare to find as well.
Well, how easy was this for you to find this one?
This was a gift from the lovely Keith Townsend.
Wow, man, what a nice thing! Wow, that's awesome of him. Look at the condition of that. Yeah, brilliant, Mike. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Right, and last but not least is our new friends from the Two Barbarians. Wade and Lee, what's your number ones?
Lee's digging into his treasure box again.
Treasure box. Hold one of these.
Yeah. Do you want me to hold it yet? I won't show it off yet. I'll try and put up. So this is non-Dolph Lundgren, right?
So these are, hang on, what's that?
Oh my life. Laser like he, man.
Yeah, like He-Man.
France, what the France?
Don't tell us you got this for $5, mate.
If he does, I'm going to get PGM to go to his house and steal him if he says it's $5.
I don't steal things.
This one was 140. This one was about 150.
Figures only.
This is 3D printed and painted by me.
Yeah.
They haven't wired it up, so they don't light up. I could go to the hassle to do it. Haven't yet. And then this one, yeah, I had to pay. I paid $550 for this. It was probably the most I've paid for any single action figure. And like I said before, being a long time collector, that's quite painful for me to front up that much money for a single toy. I mean, it's not complete at all. But I mean, you know, this is kind of like grail item. There's made. They both say made in Italy, so you know they're pretty limited. Really hard to find here in New Zealand. Obviously, these have been bought from eBay, and then I've bought them from the people that bought them. But I do like, obviously, with the 3D printing stuff. I'll 3D print a cover and make a cape and get the star for him, so he'll look good on the shelf. And these just sort of just like, you know, I guess kind of like definitely the crown jewels of any Master of the Universe collection.
Oh, and definitely, yeah, beautiful.
Like Wade said, I did miss out on that Eternia because I was busy playing 2-player GTA back in the day. But probably like 9 months later, I ended up getting another one. And you will hate me for saying this, but I found an email the other week of me emailing the guy I bought it off, and he's like, "Oh, okay, man, it's going to cost you $30 postage, $30 postage because I'm going to have to send it in 3 boxes, and so your total is like
$30 for an Eternia."
No,
Postage.
the postage.
Oh wow!
No, so the total was $210.
Oh.
But again, this is I'm talking like, probably 19 years ago. So keep that in mind. And it's New Zealand as well. And so basically back then there were far less collectors because it was probably a bit of a closet thing to be an action figure collector. Back, you know, like there's been so much media of like Toy Hunter and all these YouTubers like us explode and just making it cool for middle-aged men to collect their toys from their youth. And so 15, 20 years ago, it was a little bit of a dirty secret, I suppose. Like, you know,
no, I've always said it, Lee. I've always said it. This can be one of the most loneliest things to do, unless you met us lot. Do you know what I mean? Because, like I said, I'm not going to talk to my wife about He-Man. She'd break my face. You know what I mean? So,
exactly. Like I say, Wade is an action figure friend, and I have other friends, but none of them are action figure guys. They come into my room, and they're like, "Oh, what have you bought lately?" You know, and I'm like, "Oh, you know, I'll show them," and they think it's cool, and they'll even like bring their kids in, and they're like, "Oh, look at Lee's collection," and showing it off. But you know, they're not into them really. They are, but they're not. They don't collect them, and I can't geek out about them like I can with Wade. And I guess doing YouTube is like a way to sort of share this stuff with like-minded people. So you know, we've obviously met Matt and cool. And it's just been cool.
So Lee's tinny last purchase was he bought a complete swat of loose SWAT cats. SWAT cats for $70. So all 4 complete SWAT cats, beautiful condition. All total for $70, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we need a road trip to New Zealand.
Yeah, I'll give you a list when you go, Dean. I'll give you a list.
Hey, that's actually a bit of a plug here. That's actually our next episode released tomorrow is our SWAT Cats episode. So
awesome. Okay.
So watch out for that one. Now my turn. So when I was watching the Ninja Turtles cartoon, I fell in love with a samurai rabbit, Usagi Yojimbo, and I had no idea that it was Usagi Yojimbo was a completely separate comic book series by Stan Sakai. Saki. How do
you say that, Phil?
I've met. How do you say it, Phil?
Sakai.
Oh, you go right.
You got it.
I've met Stan several times. I didn't ask him how to pronounce his name. It's a bit off, I thought. But I fell in love with Usagi Yojimbo as a comic probably 20 years ago as well. And when I got the chance to meet Stan first, and I booked a trip to America, and I was in Boston. And I saw this thing saying he was in Boston as well at the Imperial, one of the Imperial museums there or something. And I thought, I messaged myself, what art have you got for sale? And he just sent through a list of covers and things here for sale. And, I'll come along and, I'll bring it one for you. I was like, great. So, I think it was $900 US. I had in cash. I just gave him the envelope. He didn't even count it. He just took it. So then I ended up with this, which is, here we go. This is here. So this is a original cover from Asagi Yojimbo. It's Murder at the Inn, which is of about the 15 covers I got to choose from. This is my favorite of the ones. So again, this is something which I hold very dear to my heart, is owning an original cover of Asagi, because he doesn't sell the interior pages. He only does commissions, and he sells the originals. So any of the original pages he just holds on to himself. So
right,
if you want something good, I'm putting up for it. So that's me. And I haven't talked about my. I've got a Super 7 Snake Mountain sitting over here. I've got a Super 7 Fun Cat's Lair out in the outdoor room. I've got HasLabs, Galactus, Sentinels. I've got stuff all over the show.
Well, we're going to have to do this again, boys. We're going to have to do it again. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I won't mind. I've got to admit, I've done YouTube now for 6 years. I have never done a stream this long in my life. You know what I mean? I just had so much fun. Honestly, these 3 hours we've been on, it's flown by. I've absolutely, thank you all so much. The stuff you've shown and the stories this is why I love doing the top fives, because it's the stories that go with it. Absolutely brilliant. But I'm going to let you lads go. I know you've been
we're hungry.
I had some visitors turn up about half an hour ago.
Hold on, Shabby streaming. I can just imagine. Before we go, please, like I said, all the links in the descriptions are in the bottom of them. I will put 2 barbarians in there after we finish as well, and subscribe to all these lads. You've seen what sort of people they are. They're lovely people. But that's me. Anyone else got anything coming up they'd like to share before we go?
I have.
Yeah, one.
I have a new series coming out on the PGM show coming soon. So it'll be a small kind of documentary series on my favorite pieces of score soundtrack music. So looking forward to getting back onto the PGM show with that.
Awesome, buddy. That's great stuff. Yeah. Before I say that, Keith says, I still have nightmares about my wife setting up the tread on the windowsill and shooting my hot toys out the driveway. Good God. And that other stand Rick said, Mike, was Glamour Gals. That's who they did it for, Glamour Gals. So
yeah, I have the image. The stand wasn't white; it's black. I was.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, did you see?
That's the one. That's they repurposed it from Star Wars to Glamour Girls.
Gal.
Wow.
You go, Chevy.
I might get that one. Anybody else? So 2 barbarians, you said you had a video coming up which you just talked about. Dean, what have you got coming up?
I don't have any videos. I just wanted to say thanks for the invite, Shabby. It's been awesome.
Oh, I've loved it. I miss you boys. I do. I miss you all. I love talking to you. I always have done so.
I also want to say, Wade and Lee, I've subbed to your channel. Just getting to know you now in the last 3.5 hours, what you've got in your collection and how you really love that. I thought
you got some good stuff. You get some
great
stuff.
Looking forward to catching up on some videos and also seeing what you bring out next.
Yeah, when I go back to my British hours next week, Wade and Lee, I'll talk about you 2 on ZSR. So I'll talk about you and I'll say, you got to watch these lads, and I'll put an advertisement up for your video and so forth. Welcome to the community, boys. Welcome. So, long may your stuff go. Let's keep on collecting. Got anything coming up that we'd like to enjoy?
No, sorry.
No. After that build up. What about you, Phil? Where are you going next on your adventures, Phil?
Well, I'm actually heading home next week on Thursday back to New Zealand for a week. It's our annual trip, taking some students from the school that I teach at. So I usually make a short video while I'm back home. I've got a lot of my collection is back at my parents' place, so I'll see how that goes. But just to echo what Dean said, Shabby, it's been great to be on the show and great to see you again, mate. It's been a while since we've been on the show. So
I've had a rough couple of months, as you all know, and it's stuff like this that's a comfort to me. And when I've got friends all around the world, and you'll take time out of your lives and come on a stream and do this with me, I won't be able to tell you how much it means to me. I really won't. So you want me?
High five! High five! High five!
High five!
You're doing bloody well, Shabby. I'm proud of you, buddy.
I think it's what our side would have wanted. I think it's funny. It's hard. It's very hard to feel upset, depressed, sad about someone who never made me feel upset, sad, depressed. And I think this is what he would have wanted. And After Hours, what we're doing right now, is our size idea, and it was the last stream we did together. So I really appreciate, and I honestly, and I'm not just saying, I don't just blow smoke. I couldn't have spent it with a bunch of nicer people than you. Like, I've thoroughly enjoyed tonight. So thank you all. Anyway, please subscribe to this lot. I'm gonna let them all go for the teas or whatever time it is. But, yeah, I'll be back on. Good night, everyone.
Bye, everyone.